Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another The Waltons, the book review here, where we're at season 3, episode 10. And if you hear my kid complaining that she's hungry in the background, no, I'm not neglecting her. I got 3/4 of a Walmart popcorn chicken thing here. I got a pretzel thing with cheese thing here. A half a Kit Kat and a bunch of Oreo cookie tops that she refused to eat. So no, she's not hungry. So
disclaimer.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
No child neglect going on here.
Yeah.
By the way, Girl, you mentioned this is a book review. I thought we were doing a TV review.
Hey. Keep it up there, PvP. I'm going to give you some homework.
I couldn't resist. Sorry. You know me by now.
All right. Germ, how are you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing, girl?
Apparently today I was about as useless as a gas station condom, so do with that as you may. Oh man, I was just not having it this morning.
Oh, imagine it was a miracle you got out of bed this morning after what you did last night.
Oh, come on.
You're still able to get up. Yeah.
It was only 13 shots.
Really? Looked more to me.
So I had the 5 at the beginning, 2 freebies. That brings it up to 7. Then, let's see. I did 2 on this, so that brings it up to 9. 10.
I bought you 5.
11. Okay, it was 12 shots.
So how'd your work day go today, Gorilla? Were you groggy?
Oh, yeah. Kind of fucking stuff. So how are you doing, PvP?
What's that?
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You didn't hear my little story about my productive afternoon?
Yeah, but it's still nice to ask you how. And how's our trans?
I'm actually in a really good mood because I got some useful real life stuff done today, and that's always good. Hey, I've been worried sick about getting my income tax done because it's like 10 days overdue from the deadline here. And wow, I mean, talk about luck. I walk in at the perfect, time, and I only have to sit down for like 15 minutes to wait, and then I get my taxes done. And that was the last appointment for available this year. And I was like, how lucky was I? Like,
and you only have to pay a $20,000 late fee, right?
No, nothing, not a penny.
And the best part is you're getting money back, right?
A substantial
we are too.
refund.
Yeah, we are too. We got ours done in enough time that Suzanne said, "Yep, we're going to get some money back." I said, "Oh, yeah."
You never know, because I know in past years I have owed the tax department a bit because sometimes that just happens, right?
Right.
So I know last year I was supposed to get a refund, but I didn't get it, which I guess is because I owed them some money still.
Yeah.
So I'll see what happens when I get a letter in the mail this year. See if they say anything other than what the refund should be. So, but hey, a refund is better than saying
a refund is better. A refund is much better if you owe money. It sucks, and if you don't get anything or hardly anything back, and I've had that before happen to me. So I'd rather get money back. It's more likely. Yeah.
Incomes, but the money's better coming in than going out. That's for sure.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So how's our trans who identifies as a plant tonight?
Well, you mean how's the trans identified as a plant? Oh, I'm doing all right. I just came from a stream talking with a friend of mine, Silver Wolf, and Trusty Ape, Kevin. You guys know him. So we were just there. I was just there, and before that, I went and watched this episode, and then, like I said, watched some behind the scenes with Judy Norton. She's so great when she shows up the episode and then does the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, the one that played Mary Ellen. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
she
know
seems like
all
a-
about this episode. Yeah.
She does seem like a nice lady. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got some great information. So
All right. Hey, I told you we'll do it right after this review here. So, all right. So we're gonna start our thing out here. Do we have any chats here? Not yet.
I didn't see anybody. Not yet. Nope.
Yeah. So we'll start with our prologue here. In those gray and grinding days of the Depression, we often found comfort in the old familiar proverbs. We knew that in unity there was strength, that blood was thicker than water, that the air was human and to forgive divine. Usually we never examined these truths too closely, but in the autumn of 1934, I discovered through pain and remorse just how profoundly true they were. Hey, come here. Come here. Okay. Alrighty, so we start out. Uh, they get this old boat off of some old fuck. I can't remember his name.
Doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't. They found it, brought it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
So here's how they come up with the names.
Why don't we call it Ile de France?
I think that name's been taken, honey.
All right, now for people who aren't familiar, the Ile de France was a luxury liner that brought Americans to France. There for your wealthy and some people. Yeah, and it was painted all white, just like the French flag.
Right.
That
Grandpa's gonna suggest cork.
was a good
Okay.
one.
I thought
Yeah.
you just cork. Cork. Why call it cork? Because cork is the floatingest material there is known to man. And you're going to need all the help you can possibly get for this sorry miss.
Oh
He
man,
ain't
that
wrong.
made me laugh so hard.
You know, if you gave Grandpa his due, he'd take that miner's pitchfork and miner's fork and destroy that thing.
Yeah, I was thinking
Or
Grandpa.
firewood.
Yeah, but then he has to deal with the kids all whining.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true. Well, they probably get enough kindling from the sawmill operations anyway. They probably got little fragments of stuff. So
All right. So yeah, they got to finish their homework and do the chores, and they're as fast as these kids did it, they go, "Man, we might as well get a boat anyhow." And John Boy's like, "In a minute." And here he got accepted into some writers class, but now he's too nervous to go. I was like, it's apparently supposed to be one of those uppity classes that's very hard to get in.
well,
What's
they're all
that,
like
He
right?
doesn't think he's done.
yeah, they're
What?
all like seniors and upperclassmen,
And
and
he's
he's
the only
just like
freshman.
first
Yeah,
year
he's the only
freshman,
freshman
right?
in it. Yeah, right.
So he doesn't have the confidence because he thinks he assumes they're all going to be much more advanced than he is
Right.
because they're ahead of him, right? But that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean it's true, right? Because John
Right.
Boy's not, John Boy might be a country boy, but he's no hick,
Right.
Yeah. Then here we got this useless asshole, Mr. That is
Yeah,
that
now
is
in this scene,
Professor-
now in this scene where he mentions Miss Barstow, Clara Barstow. Now she was a non-credited. She was one of the younger kids in earlier episodes of the Waltons, in the Waltons school there on the mountain, and now she's and now the actress who played her is prominent, and she's going to be. This is her first real episode where she has speaking parts, and then she's going to be more prominent down the line. So this will be your first introduction to Clara Barstow, his friend in the class. So
Yeah. No, but he's like, I can't teach you to write. Either you're right or not. So what the fuck are you teaching? Like seriously, that almost seems like he's wasting money then by taking this course. The guy's not going to teach you how to write properly.
Well, the one thing that I would observe Gorilla though is to give him be a little fair to him is this is a more advanced class than a basic English class, right? Because these are all
Right.
like higher level students that have proven they actually have some abilities. So I can see why by the time they're at the point they're at in their writing, he's probably thinking, well, these students have advanced and written enough stuff where there's probably not much more I can teach them because they've already learned the basics, right? I think is what he meant. But that's my interpretation.
Okay, so basically, he so so if he's not teaching them anything, they're just writing stuff. How does he grade them?
Well, I think he grades them on the quality of the things they write. If
So in other words, if
if
he
they
doesn't like the so in other words, if
well,
he doesn't like the story, it's an F.
I think if he
Bingo.
finds the story weak, if he finds it boring, if he finds the subject doesn't go anywhere, or maybe even an advanced student could make an occasional error in syntax or whatever.
Yeah.
He's gonna make note of that when he hands them back their paper, right?
Okay. Okay. So in other words, if he finds it boring, he'll lower your grade. If he doesn't like that the syntax is bad, if he thinks it lowers your grade. So
Well,
basically, some of these kids they can have really schlock work and have the knee pads out and get better grades just because then he'll think their stories are a lot better.
I just think at this point
That's how college works, Gorilla.
he's trying to guide them at this point, like guide them in a good direction, because maybe they're going in maybe they're kind of treading water and their stories aren't really advancing in any way. Maybe they're just repeating themselves over and over and over. So maybe he's trying to guide them into, you know, being better writers. Basically, it's like, okay, this is, maybe you'd say, well, this part, you could improve this, but this part's really, really good. So maybe you want to consider more of that in your writing. I think he's kind of more like a guide at this time than just teaching fundamentals, right?
Yeah. Plus with this episode, like I said, when we were backstage before we came on, besides Earl Hamner, the other Earl, yeah, besides him, the other guy that wrote this with him was Joseph Bonaducci, and Joseph is the father of Danny Bonaducci, who came from the Partridge Family, and then went down to Arizona, got into trouble, you know. So
Yeah.
so Danny's dad wrote this, and I was like with Earl, and I was like, there must have been at least more than a few of these Waltons episodes where he had two or more writers put this episode, put the episodes together. And I'm not that quite familiar with Joseph Bonaducci's work, but I can tell you this episode is kind of it seemed to focus more on family division than anything. But then, of course, we're talking about the Waltons, so if they get into a major complication, they usually get out of it. They figure out a way to come back together and bond together, like Gorilla said. So,
Well,
yeah.
it's good. It's good night, John boy. You got to have that ending, right?
Yeah.
But did
Good night,
Bonaducci?
Mary
I wonder if he wrote other stuff like for other shows, or if he, had much writing
Ellen.
experience before he did this. Like,
Yeah.
I- you know,
Bonaducci. Let's see.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
You said Earl Hamner had a part in this one,
Er-
so I wonder how
Right,
much
Earl
it was
Hamner,
Earl.
and then Bonaducci. Well, okay, Bonaducci. Joseph Bonaducci died in 2004.
Hmm.
He was born in 1927, February 5th, in Jessup, Pennsylvania. He was a writer and a producer. He's known for Bracken's World in 1969, Good Times in 1974, and One Day at a Time in 1975.
Oh,
He was married 3 times. They had Danny through his second wife, Betty Bonaducci, and he died August 3rd, 2004 in Northridge, California. So
well,
he's written for a few. Yeah.
I do remember both Good Times and One Day at a Time. Actually, I didn't watch much of Good Times, but I did watch One Day at a Time for some seasons because I thought it was a pretty decent comedy back in the day, and it did
Right.
have Valerie Bertinelli in it, so it's like, hey, nice eye candy. So
Well, and then it had Mackenzie Phillips. Remember?
yeah, actually, I was kind of more of a Mackenzie man back then. I got to say, I guess I liked him kind of tall and lean, I suppose, back in those days.
Right. And what's
But
cool,
Valerie was hot too.
Yeah, and what's cool in this episode too is the guy that Jason goes to sing with in their band. Those are all actual musicians in real life. The guy who's the head of it, Nutter, is an established singer and songwriter, and yeah, and Jason, of course, well, he knew how to play guitar, right? He learned, by himself, but then he also can play a harmonica, and yeah, he's very talented. The guy that
Yeah,
that's Jason Walton.
I figured in the musical segments that they actually were all real professional level
Oh
musicians because
yeah,
it's pretty obvious. Like it's pretty obvious that they're actually playing and it's not being like overdubbed or they're faking it or anything. So
well,
I
yeah,
enjoyed that part of the episode actually.
yeah. And the last thing I want to mention was that Jason actually produced the Waltons Christmas album, where they
Oh, I don't have that. I got to get that.
yeah, Walton's Christmas album is where Jason, the
Darn.
Walmsley was the one
Uh,
that produced it. So yeah,
gosh.
so I mean, just yeah, very cool.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that even existed. I had a thing for years where I would try and add one Christmas CD to my collection every Christmas.
yeah.
I just collected them, and I got some pretty weird, obscure ones, I think, in my collection, which I'm quite happy about. But gee, I don't have the Waltons. I got to look out for that one.
Yeah, the Waltons Christmas album. I'm not
Okay,
sure what it
sounds
came
good.
out with.
Anyway, I guess we
Anyway,
should maybe Gorilla wants to proceed. I'm guessing.
are you ready,
Sorry.
Gorilla? Oh, I know he's helping his kids. So,
Oh well, I thought okay, maybe he's feeding his kid or something. That's different.
okay.
Well, actually, he is muted anyway, so I
Oh,
guess we're not holding him back
hey.
too much.
Oh, I was muted. Damn it! I was been yelling at you guys. Let's hurry this the fuck up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You
I'm forgetting some stuff.
You were muted up there, buddy.
All right, you guys see my mouse? You guys see my mouse?
All right. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I see.
All right. So
Yeah.
the blonde gal that's in front of John Boy, she's actually been in several episodes. We just never noticed her because
Yeah.
she
That's
was
the one
always just
Mikey was mentioning.
oh, what?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was talking about the banjo things. People.
Well, that's later on. That's with the group. The group
That-
are all real musicians and stuff.
Yeah,
in the
Yeah, the Alabama banjo players. The near, 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 near.
all that stuff.
Now, I don't know why they chose if this was her natural voice or they did something with her, but why they went this direction. But she had the most annoying fucking voice. Like I'd rather listen to Dale's on a chalkboard than her fucking voice. Sounded like she got a damn sinus infection.
Jeez.
Hey, I may be sounding like a fucking asshole, but when you got a freaking blazing headache, because you don't know your fucking limits on fucking shots, there,
Oh, I
then
know
you
what
gotta
you
listen
mean.
to this voice.
I've heard women like that too. It's like I don't care how hot you are. If I could not live with you listening to your damn voice every day, because it would drive me to probably committing, manslaughter eventually. So just saying, you can only take
That's
so
what you
much.
get in South New York, North New Jersey.
Yeah, no, you just get intimate and take a bath with your toaster. That's all. You just get intimate with your toaster and take a bath with it.
Yeah. So let's see.
Well, maybe
So
she could
Sally
take a.
Barstow. Yeah. So Sally Barstow is played by Kathy Cronkite. And I'm guessing she might have been related to Walter. I don't know if that's the
Well,
news.
Walter was still reading the news back then. Maybe she's a grandkid.
Maybe she could be a grandkid. But like I said, Kathy was in some earlier episodes of Waltons where she didn't say anything. She was just one of the kids that was back in the schoolhouse with John Boy there and some of the other kids. And then
Just an extra.
they brought her as an extra, and then they brought her back for this, as being part of the class with John Boy.
So
And then the guy who's the head of the singing group, Bobby Bigelow, that plays Bobby Bigelow in this, his name is Mafe Nutter, and he's an actual singer and songwriter. So, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But don't
So-
get too
so
ahead.
anyhow-
We're just starting.
Yeah. So in other words, she's the O'Brien of it. Oh, you wanting me to play this? Is that what you're?
No,
we
we
went
can
through all this
skip
already.
the Jersey accent.
Yeah.
In other words, it's prophetic.
Yeah, they're talking about all the stuff here. They're asking like oh, actually, it's kind of some good stuff. Maybe I should play it. I don't know.
It kind of does set up that why John Boy feels inferior.
He feels inferior.
Oh, let me get it.
Well,
Actually,
because
as smart as
they're
they
all
are.
going on high concept.
That's right, Gary.
Themes, and John Boy's just like writing about his family, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
Or you're not. So, class, on the Walter projects. Mr. Tatlock.
I don't know how I feel about that name, Mr. Tatlock. That's how I would be. I would
That's
almost be
something
pissed
he's
with
going to
that name.
change when he gets published. Needs to be a little shorter to fit on the cover of a book.
What?
I've heard worse.
That's
last
only
names.
7 letters. It's only 7 letters. Tat and lock.
I'm writing a novella in which all the action is mental. Have you read Proust?
That sounds like that'd be like the most boring thing. How can so basically it's a novel that makes you think. It's not a fucking action novel. An action novel doesn't make you think.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Yeah,
it's all about some sick person in an institution living some weird dream life in his head. You know.
It's sort of the highbrow stuff that's going to win awards, but he's going to sell like a dozen copies, and half of that's to his family.
It sounds like he'd be great for writing TV these days, actually, come to think of it.
Well, and they do read Proust. So I guess they're somewhat educated if they can read
All right.
Proust.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna scoot a chair. My daughter wants to be on my lap. But this chair, I'm afraid, is gonna collapse if I have her on my lap with me. So I'm gonna move a chair closer.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. These guys are a perfect example of why education does not equal intelligence. They can have all
definitely
the
not.
information stuffed into them and have all this knowledge and whatnot, but when it comes to actual producing and actually selling their book, they ain't gonna sell nothing.
All right, I'm back.
That was fast.
Well, it's still in the dining room because, like, she's too like. I only got 2 actual bedrooms like in the house there. Well, and I'm not gonna sit there and play musical rooms here with the kids, especially if she's only here every 2 weeks. And so Owen has his own room, then I got my room, and her room's actually out in the porch, but she's still a little too young to be sleeping out in the porch, and I still got rearrange her room, you know. Then maybe she can start sleeping out there.
Okay.
For those of you concerned, that's not an actual porch. It's a converted porch into a bedroom. So he has 3 bedrooms.
So you're saying there's no danger of the coyotes carrying her off in the middle of the night?
No. My parents took all the windows out and put like small square windows in.
Oh,
And
okay.
boarded up all where the windows were.
Okay. Well,
Did that
I'm
put you up
I'm relieved now. That sounds fairly safe. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So I'm
it's
down
just,
CPS.
so it's just actual bedrooms, but it's like we couldn't have all 3 of us kids sleeping in one room. In my sister's room, we used to actually be in a room down in the basement, but the county got pissed with that, so we had to actually build it into actual rooms.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
Then you know what I'm going for. It's very challenging.
Certainly is. Miss Barstow.
I'm doing a fantasy about the end of civilization in which just a handful of people are keeping knowledge alive. But at the end, you realize it's really about the fall of Rome.
Oh my fucking god! So like I don't know what to say. So basically, she's basically writing a documentary because
Well, it sounds
actually,
Yeah.
It sounds like she was trying to write sci-fi and then she went into historical drama.
yeah, but it because that's exactly what happened. Because you know Rome had aqueducts and all that. They had indoor plumbing. You know, they had great stuff. Hey, keep that turned down. Keep it turned down. I don't need a copyright strike from whoever the fuck you're listening.
Well,
But
you know,
anyhow,
yeah, until she mentioned Rome, I was thinking, okay, she's talking about a place where the few people trying to keep, literature alive or whatever. I'm thinking, damn, that sounds like Bradbury's, Fahrenheit, 451. I'm thinking, gee, she could be onto something there. And then, of course, she screwed it up by mentioning Rome. So, there you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
and basically because Rome had all this indoor plumbing. They had roads, they had aqueducts and all that. But then the fall of Rome came and that ushered in the Dark Ages and the plagues of Europe.
Well, wasn't there a story, or was it an urban legend about while Rome burned, Nero was playing a violin or some shit? Was there
It
something about
wasn't.
that?
It was.
That's allegory.
Yeah, it's the
was-
old Nero fiddled
Yeah.
while Rome burned, I think was the
Yeah.
expression.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't a fiddle or a violin. It was a banjo, and the whole time when Rome was burning,
Now that'd be good if you could do a video of Nero playing the fiddle with the banjo kid from Deliverance. That would be hilarious. Oh man, I'd watch that one.
I could probably get something whipped up here if I can find one that plays it here. All right.
Oh jeez.
All right. So let's see what the other bitch is writing.
In other words, it's prophetic literature.
What? That was not prophetic literature. It is a sci-fi, a dystopian sci-fi turned into a historical drama.
Well, I don't think Rome is prophetic since it happened like thousands of years before this. So I'm kind of not getting what she's trying to say. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's now here we get to hear the nails on the chalkboard.
What are you working on, Walton?
Short story.
That is posh
On
New
what
Jersey.
themes?
Well, fucking New Jersey can keep her.
I didn't know there was such a thing as posh New Jersey. I just thought it was Jersey, but
It's not really posh. It's just the trash bags in New Jersey who think they're posh.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's Joycey, but with extra Joyzy.
Joycey.
Joycey.
That's like Jerry Lewis.
It's like someone from
The lady.
the North Shore trying to sound like they're from Boston or from the upper crust in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, now
Imagine
we have,
Baba meets New Jersey.
no. We got the Jaws. We got the upper Boston accent. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's
Well,
it.
our-
Imagine
our
if someone from the Jersey Shore actually made it into Harvard.
Right.
Oh, the Harvard now, huh?
Wow. So we're talking definite fantasy material there.
Yeah.
Well, our friend Admiral Teague is obviously from New York, has that accent distinctive, and also Bird of Prey 5. Same thing.
Hey, if you really want to have fun with Bird, ask him to pronounce Mario.
Yeah, I have. It's distinctive.
All right, so since we do got some New Englanders that listen, let's stop making fun of the New England people.
Well, family life.
I'm not too sure, but what regionalism isn't dead.
Really, Miss Webb? Has anyone told Thomas Wolfe?
So she's trying. Now watch. I bet you John Boy can outright any of them.
Oh, I'm sure he can.
Well, what he's writing is real. The stuff they're writing sounds like pretentious, slop at best, really.
Nah,
Yeah.
Oh, you're being nice calling it slop. I call it schlock.
So is his name Professor Parks?
Yes, that is Paul Jenkins.
Paul Jenkins, right?
He looks very familiar. I'm sure I've seen him in other shows.
I know he's been in other stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's see what he is in.
Okay. Then when we get to Gerald McRaney, I can tell you that guy he was in.
I do think he did a pretty good job playing the professor here, though. Even though, he didn't have a hell of a lot of scenes in the episode, but I thought he made the best of the lines he had.
Oh, yeah, I already recognized the show from one of his pictures.
So what was he in, Gorilla?
Oh yeah, he's that guy from MASH.
MASH,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Okay,
Yeah,
He
let's
yeah,
wasn't
see,
a
yeah,
regular,
yes.
but he is recurring.
there's a little
He's a
known
recurring character.
Yeah, he was in one episode of Night Gallery. He was in Sneakers Network. Let's see, one episode of Cold Case, The West Wing.
Yep.
He's in Ally McNeil for one episode.
Wow.
Hey, he was in Walker. He was a Walker boy.
Yeah. Nice.
The '86 Twilight Zone.
Wow.
Yeah, but he was in Texas Walker. In Texas Walker Green. Tales from the Dark Side. He was in
Yeah.
one episode. Hard to Hold. Quincy M.E.
Oh, good old
that's
Quincy.
right.
Oh,
Apparently,
Quincy with
right.
Jack Klugman. Wow.
No,
apparently
that's right. He was in Sneakers with Robert Redford. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Apparently, he gave a BJ to a bear. Oh, wait, this is BJ and the bear.
And he was
The
married
Miss-
to Sally. Yeah, he was married to Sally Kemp.
Mm.
He was in
Yeah.
Chinatown with Jack Nicholson. And Network, like, I can't take this anymore from Network. Yeah.
The Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo.
Yeah.
But well, what was his MASH thing here?
Yeah.
He was
Ash, he
Sergeant Baker.
Sergeant Baker.
One episode of MASH.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just one. Okay, that's why I
And
don't
he
remember
was
him.
Joe Wilson in one episode of Night Gallery. And in the Sneakers movie with Redford, like I said, he was the Playtronics lobby guard at night. He played that. And in Chinatown, he was a policeman. I remember him in that one. And then he was the TV stage manager in Network. So yeah,
All right.
that was cool. And,
all right,
and he
basically-
passed away. He passed away in 2013. He was 74.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, was a guy that did a lot of one episode appearances on a lot of shows.
Yeah,
or
he's a
something.
bit actor. He's a
Yeah.
he's a bit actor.
Sounds like he had a good, solid career going though for a lot of years. So give him credit.
Oh, and he was in some major movies. I mean,
Oh,
Chinatown
Network
with Nicholson. I'm like,
did
okay.
not Network win Best Picture the year it came out?
Yeah, in 1976. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Pretty good on your resume, right? To be involved with
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good. Hello, Oiler Greg.
Hey, it's the OG. How's it going? How's it going, Oiler?
Yep.
He says hail to the. He's throwing hail at us, man.
Oh, you started hail at us now.
Now,
by
what size hail are you throwing there, Oiler?
By the
It's
way,
Texas size.
I don't know if Oilers' name refers to the hockey team, the Edmonton Oilers, but the
The
Vancouver
Houston Oilers.
Oh, Houston
Okay.
Oilers.
Good.
Houston
Okay,
Oilers.
because I was going to make a dig against Edmonton there, but I shall refrain.
No, but when you were thinking of the Whalers there, they used to have them in Hartford. They used to call them the Hartford Whalers. That was a hockey team, but they don't have
Yeah,
that
they move
anymore.
around. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
teams change. Yeah.
Of course. Sorry.
All right.
I'm a sports nut.
Oh, me too. I was going to tell a story about Vancouver's comeback in Game 1, but I'll save it
Yeah.
for another time.
Right.
All right. Can we get back to the chalkboard, the nails on chalkboard voice?
Yes.
Do we have to?
What
Do we?
approach are you taking? Pretty realistic, I think. Well, Sinclair Lewis did some good reportage, but
Okay, what the fuck does reportage even mean?
Reportage.
I don't know. That's a dead word now.
Well, let's see. It's not like portage where you have a canoe and you go over land to get to the next river. So it's not portage.
Air detect.
Okay, so Gorilla, the lady that's that chalkboard sounding, that's Julie Rogers. She was in Waltons, like I said, mostly as Clara. Yeah, Miss Webb. That's what they call her. She was also in the Invisible Man series in 1975, and she also was in Streets of San Francisco with Carl Malden and Michael Douglas.
Now,
It's
now
just
is that?
reporting.
Hey, wait, is that the show where they walk through San Francisco and they sit there and try to avoid stepping on piles of shit?
No, we're talking
No, that's the remake.
1972.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no.
the remake.
No,
They were
this
trying
was-
to avoid guys with needles and arms back in
This
the
Guys
was-
with
70s.
needles and arms
Yeah.
back then.
things are different back in the 70s when the show was happening on the streets. It was basically a cop show.
Yeah.
It
No,
wasn't bad.
I gotta make a dig at San Francisco whenever I can.
Well, back then though, there was like I was even there in the 80s, and there was no shit on the streets then. So things have
No.
gone way downhill in the last 20 years or so.
Hey, I got a map
Well,
I can show, I might have to show you. But anyhow, a reportage means the reporting of news or information of general interest.
Yeah.
Something
But
reported.
pronounced by an elite snob, as Oiler Greg.
Right, I agree with Oiler
Yeah.
Greg on that one. Yeah.
I figured it had to do something with reporting information, but in a snobby way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, Oiler, they're no longer the Oilers, right? They are the Texans, the Houston Texans, which
Actually,
haven't won
they
a
are
Super
the
Bowl
Tennessee
ever.
Titans.
Also,
They
I'm
originally
thinking he
moved to
says that
Tennessee. Texans were an expansion team.
Well, Houston Texans are still out there, aren't they? I thought
Yeah,
they were
Houston,
still there.
Houston Texans are out there, but they came around about, I think it was 10 years after the
Right.
Oilers moved to Tennessee.
After they moved to Tennessee, right? Tennessee Titans,
All right.
that's right.
All
Well,
right,
that's
so-
okay. Neither of them have won a Super Bowl.
Oiler says it's hot there, and I can believe him because it's boiling here today.
Oh, man. We're okay
So-
here. Right now it's 54 degrees, so we're okay.
Yeah, you're reporting, but said by a fucking asshole. Okay.
Well, it's
That's what
20,
to say it.
it's 28 Celsius here right now on my computer screen. That equals 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hey,
Well,
for
you
this-
live out west.
It's getting warm here today. I got to say, yeah, when
Hey,
I was driving
you
around, I
live
was
out west.
baking.
Yeah. Hey, it's 65 here.
Well,
Yeah.
see, Canada gets a lot warmer than some parts of the U.S. at times. Just saying.
It still
Yeah,
is.
it's 82 here now. So
All right.
So
it's coming your way.
We haven't hit any.
We'll be
We
there in
haven't
a day
hit
or
any
two.
100+ days yet, but I'm sure we will.
Oiler Greg,
Give
does
it
that
about 3
mean
weeks.
yeah, now Oiler Greg, does that mean being the last Houston Oiler fan, are we talking Warren Moon quarterback, or are you talking about Steve McNair? You gotta let me know which one.
Hey, all right, we're not gonna get into a football
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
here.
We should probably get the episode.
I'm sorry.
Dude.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw us off track. Sorry about that.
We are getting on tangent City here.
We always
Yeah.
do though.
Well, yeah, but
Klingons do not. Damn it, Gorilla, get back on track. I got shit to do today.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I'm so glad we did those-
because that we could be on here for like 2 hours easily.
yeah, especially when we get on to a special sock divergence here.
Well, I
Dave,
was
I
actually
think we
going to
need to
mention
launch a
that
Frank.
lady that we just heard her horrible voice. John Boy should have suggested that she get a sock, but he's too polite though.
Yeah. hey, the sock is just so the kids don't hear you making the brother and sister. That's all the sock is for. For her, it's duct tape.
Duct tape.
Okay, I'm just
Well,
going to ask.
actually, with her, we should get some freaking super glue.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Exactly.
Ooh.
You know, Mr. Walton, if you can do with your people what Proust did with the French bourgeoisie,
What the fuck's a bourgeoisie even?
Oh, they're like the
Upper middle class.
hoity-toities, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, the hoity-toities.
Oh my god.
It's the professional class. The
Must
ones
have
that
social-political
the
overtones.
communists told the proletariat to revolt against.
Okay.
That's why the
Without
French
that-
didn't have a working economy or working country after the uprising. And they started chopping off a lot of heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I thought, Oiler Greg. Yeah.
Yeah, so Greg says, I'm still the last Houston Oilers fan. I also follow the Texans.
Wow.
From Pastrani to Moon was my timeline.
Pastorini. Dan Pastorini.
I've
to
heard
Warren
of
Moon.
Warren Moon. Did Warren Moon ever play up in Canada here?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, in fact he did. He played for the Rough Riders, I think it was.
I wonder, did he ever play for BC Lions? Because God, that name
Oh,
sounds very
maybe
familiar.
he did. Right? Yeah, I don't know.
I think he might have.
I'll
been
have to check that
quarterback
later,
here.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
definitely
check that later. Yeah, I can check that later.
Yeah, because he's got around. Because he was a pretty damn good quarterback in his day, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He ended up with the Seahawks, and now he's a broadcast with
Yep,
Steve
he's a
Rayburn.
broadcaster guy. Yep.
Nice, nice.
He was all set to go to the draft this year too, but then the Atlanta Falcons did something epically retarded.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Oiler just said he won several Canadian championships. Yes, that's true. He did. Yeah.
All right, so let's get back on track here.
Oh yeah.
Work is meaningless in this day and age.
Well, I just write about my family, the way I see them, the day-to-day experiences and such.
Good enough, Mr. Walton. You're doing what every beginning writer should do.
Okay, I will give him credit there. All these assholes and bitches here in the class are talking down to me, using all these damn words that nobody freaking understands. But talking down to me like they're such elite ass. And here the teacher's like, yes, he's doing what an indie writer should do. Write what you know, keep it simple. There's an old saying, keep it simple, stupid.
Well, that's what my English 102 teacher would tell me when I wrote a report or two. He's doing what he's doing. He's basing it on life experience. So that's perfect. Yeah, that's what you should do if you're going to be a beginning writer. He's exactly right.
All right, so I've had enough of this damn class here.
Okay.
All right. So now these people here, they're fighting with the boat, and I don't know what the hell they're trying to do here. So
they're trying
to make it floatable.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
going to put it in Drusilla's pond is where they said they were going to put it. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they're trying to clamp it. They have all that wood at. John makes a bunch of wood. Why couldn't he make them their own boat?
Because that wood has better uses.
Yeah.
More expenses.
But anyhow, they keep. Well, I can already see their problem.
The thing is, Pa wants to teach the kids to be resourceful and figure shit out for themselves. So, of course, he's going to let them fix the old crappy boat here.
Yeah, but I can already see the problem is that, they tied the ropes down, but they got nothing to hold the boat down, so the boat's just going to go wherever the ropes are pulling them.
They got no leverage is the problem, and John Boy will soon solve that when he walks up here.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is it keeps just bouncing around, so it's not pulling the stuff together. That's their mistake.
Well, the thing is, they're pulling at cross purposes too, back and forth, right? They're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Aaron.
All right.
It's like those ropes where they have mud. They have a big pool of mud, and the two teams are on either side, and they're pulling back and forth. That's kind of like what was happening there.
Yeah. So anyhow, they got. So they're thinking they're trying to figure out maybe we should get Daddy. Then John Boy comes. He goes. John, can you figure out? He goes. If I figure out how to do this, can I be the captain?
I had a tough time. I got to use spelling.
You trying to close that scene? Do I get to be captain if I figure out a way to do it?
It's a deal.
He already knows how to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, he does.
Well, it takes him like 10 seconds to solve the problem here. It's pretty hilarious.
It's something they teach kids when they're about 10 years old.
Nice car.
Actually, I like this. This is a good scene.
Yeah.
Let me have the ends of the rope, please. Thank you.
I
need. Bring me that length of
Jim Bobby, I need that. Yeah, Jim Bobby, I need that damn length of rope right now.
All right. Prevent copyright here. Let's read the chats here. Moon won several Canadian championships. If they count Canadian, the NFL, Moon was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Drawing the boards tight to nail them down. Yep. Yeah, so that was a beautiful card. No,
it wasn't his car that he's driving in.
Yeah, it used to be turquoise, but they only had one of those later on versus this. They had several of these ones, so they made an offhand joke that they were going to paint it. So,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and by the way, Oiler Greg, Moon was on the wrong side of being up 35-3, and then the Buffalo Bills came back, one of the greatest comebacks in NFL playoff history, and beat you guys. So you could have made a Super Bowl that year.
All right,
it's okay. The Bills got what they deserved.
I just want to mention Moon's career up in Canada here. he never played for the BC Lions like I thought he might have, but he did play for the Edmonton Eskimos, as they're called, from 1978 through 1983. So he was there for quite some time. And I'm not sure if he won championships, but that's a long time, right? He played a lot. He played 94 games for the Eskimos in that time, by the way.
Yeah.
I think he probably, he must have won a championship with them. I'm guessing.
Well, a Grey Cup, yeah. He must have won a
He
few
must
Grey
have
Cups.
won at least one Grey Cup in 5 seasons.
At least
right?
one or two, yeah. Well,
yeah.
when Oilers said several, I was like guessing at least 2 or more Grey Cups back then. Yeah.
Actually, he was the first.
What was that, PVB?
He was the first Canadian Football Hall of Fame player.
Oh, nice.
It says here, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, is he Canadian? Like, gee, I'm starting to wonder now.
He's not Canadian.
Oh no, he's born in Los Angeles. Okay.
Right.
He's born in
But that's
California.
pretty impressive that he got
in,
into the Canadian
Seattle.
Hall of Fame like that. Like that shows you how good he was right up here. So
he had never been to Canada before he played for the Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So, and just tied up.
There we go.
Okay. He says, "Here, you idiots! I'm fixing the boat for you."
Yeah, look how impressed Aaron is.
It's called leverage. Yeah.
Well, look at Jason. Jason's like, "Woo, wow."
Aaron's like getting almost too excited.
Now you see the value of one man with a little know-how.
You're a mechanical genius and you're smart too.
Thank you. Well, I don't know about that. After all, we did get him to do our work for us, didn't we? Like Tom Sawyer getting his friends to whitewash the fence.
Yeah, at first I thought he mispronounced it, but the captions have it there.
Okay, Euler.
So he won a Grey Cup every year he was with Edmonton. That is
he was
impressive.
with the team. That's yes.
Yeah, it's no wonder he's in our Hall of Fame up here. Then, yeah, I could see that totally.
I totally can. Yep.
All right, so they got that all figured out there. Yeah, basically he has stuff to go. They get blah blah blah. Just Bob brings him up some supper. He didn't eat anything. And he's trying to figure out what stuff to read to him in class, blah 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 blah. Yeah, he thinks all this stuff's terrible, but she thinks it's wonderful because it's wife. She tells it.
I'm just trying to work.
Here, I just thought he just started up playing again, but he just played like a closing thing there.
Yeah, just put a little code at the end there, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and here she comes down here. She got the material she ordered, and apparently Jason really wants that harmonica he just ordered yesterday, but he expects it in today. So here we got this here.
I think I'll skip this one.
Oh.
I never miss one of these.
I want to see something real. All right, what's wrong with this picture?
The illustration is really ugly.
No, it's just the fashion, the way the fashion is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the illustration is really ugly, personally.
So, what time does it start? What time does it start? What date? What date is it?
Yeah, really. There's no date on there.
There's no date on it at all.
And is it actually in the department store, or where else is it located?
It doesn't say it. Just says Brogan's. Yeah, but the NRA isn't that the National Rifle Association on the left side of her dress in the advertisement?
I can't tell. It is NRA.
The NRA is NRA.
Yeah. Wow. National Rifle. So basically, Charlton Heston's group represented the store.
Well, this is back when the NRA was actually responsible because people actually got ass whoopings and didn't have to go grab a gun to settle every argument. They settled it with the fists.
You're right, though, Gorilla. That ad makes no sense. Like for for conveying information. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The picture is part of a larger article.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, but they still should put that in there because how many people actually read the whole damn thing there?
Yeah, not many, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Oiler Greg.
No, what happened to Oiler Greg?
Oh no, he was just mentioning about the playoff loss. That led to the team moving in the first place. Yeah.
Hey, you better off because the Oilers would have got wrecked just as bad.
Right.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll just hurt you by running down the Texans.
Yeah. So anyhow, she's seeing a thing there with the. Oh shoot.
Uh-oh. Maximum number of videos?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Gorilla.
Have you run out of StreamYard time or something?
No.
No, this is Freevee fucking up on them.
Oh, this is bad.
You are using Freevee, right?
Yeah, I needed a timestamp of something else there, and apparently I can only have one open.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No. Well, do we want to tell people what the story's about?
Just give me a second. Yeah, you guys are more impatient than my damn 3-year-old.
Can I have some cookies, please?
Yeah, I want some milk. I
And
want
we're
the
back.
milk they're drinking.
All right, I gotta get something opened up because apparently this one's not good enough. She wants the video that she's seen already 300 damn times.
Oh, that's kids for you.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, she's gonna skip the thing because she can't afford the dresses. Blah blah blah.
Right.
All right. So there's something else.
And then she sees that ad for send John Boy on Fame and Fortune as a writer.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the mistake in this shot?
It looks like a 1943.
Yeah.
Well, no, not quite that, but there's a mistake here in this shot. Why would you play billiards in a barber shop?
Oh, right. Yeah. Why would you put it? Yeah, that's right. Joe's barbershop, and then you got billiards, right? Pool. So why would you be shooting pool in a barbershop?
You gotta have something to do while you're waiting for your haircut.
Well, maybe
I've known barber shops who tried to have a liquor license.
Maybe Joe figured out he can make more money that way, with the pool.
Maybe.
Yeah. Then we got this slick son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the weasel of the episode tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is my son's work. He's 18 and a very fine writer. At least I think so.
Oh, and see, that was her mistake. That's her mistake. You never tell people that shit, because now you can tell that they're just freaking naive.
It's just gonna stroke her ego now, right? And she's gonna fall in like a sucker, or like a fish on the hook. She's gonna fall in.
Yeah, this actor looks familiar too.
Yeah, she's gonna fall for this like a lot of girls fall for just the tip.
Or I'm the Hollywood producer. You want to make it big? I can help you.
Yeah. Holy crap! Where did we?
I gotta give credit though; they certainly make this guy look like a real greasy weasel here.
Yeah. Okay. Oil Greg says Americans spend their lives looking at stuff that they can't afford to buy. Must have been even worse back then. Oh yeah.
Oh, of course. Well, we are only talking 5 years after the stock market crash, and then 4 years after the Great Depression started. So, yeah.
That as much as you do. After all, without new writers, what would publishers do?
Oh god, and he has that fucking smile too. I always hate that.
Oh god, I can't stand people like that. Yeah.
You know what's
Do
really
you publish
sad
short
though?
stories?
Certainly.
Yeah, this guy.
Olivia's so innocent. She's like a deer. She's like a baby deer in the headlights that stands there and thinks it's what's this? That looks cool, and then gets mowed down by the car, right?
Hey,
'Cause
you gotta
she's
get
just too
veal
innocent.
somehow. You gotta get veal somehow.
Yeah, well, Olivia doesn't really classify as veal, I guess, but she certainly is naive.
You're right. You're right, Euler. Fake smile. Absolutely. Put horns and a pitchfork next to this guy, and he'd be the devil.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, because just watch him, he'll smile after each sentence.
Lee, if they're good.
Do I leave these with you? There are only a few samples. John Boy's written a lot more.
You just leave them, Mrs. Walton, and we'll be giving you an opinion within the week.
Yeah. Oh God, that's so annoying.
God.
She's so naive. No publishing company with a reputation is going to advertise in the newspaper for stories.
No.
Doesn't happen that way.
Well, you gotta remember, this is the 30s.
Even in the 30s.
Publishing, like actual publishing, like before everybody had to be like self-published. Now they're congregated around these publishers that do the back work, or supposedly do the back work for you. You know, and you just have to write it and promote it. Hey,
I don't know.
Look at
I think even in those days, if you wanted to be professional, you'd have to get an agent. You generally you get an agent that submits, work to actual reputable publishers on your behalf. That generally seems to be the way it works.
Okay, so the actor is Granville Van Dusen. He plays
Wow,
Mr.
that's a name.
Andrews.
Yeah, even has a douche name. Okay.
Yeah, he even has a douche name, right? Let's see. Oh, he's still alive. He's he just celebrated his 80th birthday. He was born in 1944, March 16th. He's done the series Soap, which had Billy Crystal in it. He had The West Wing in 1999. He did Space, Above and Beyond in 1995. He's been married to the same lady since 1966, and they have 2 children.
Nice.
And he was in Highway to Heaven for 1 episode, and 1 episode of West Wing, 1 episode of Space Above and Beyond, and he was in 5 episodes. He played Dr. Hill in the series Soap.
So he has at least 2 good
Catherine
credits,
Hellman.
3 good credits to his name.
He has very good credits, yeah. He's been in a lot of stuff.
At least Space Above and Beyond.
Yeah.
The Waltons and Highway to Heaven.
And Highway
the
to
rest
Heaven.
Of that, the rest of that, not really hit the mark.
Yeah, but Soap was good,
others,
though.
these
I remember
are
him in
remember
Soap,
forever.
for the 5 episodes he did, though. Yeah, I do remember him in that. So he was good in that, okay. Yeah.
All right, so back to the episode here.
Yeah. Before that, Euler Greg has a comment.
Okay. That generation was both very innocent and very ready to take advantage of innocent people. Everybody, that's any generation. That's been going on for the last 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of innocence left to take advantage of, though.
Yeah, exactly.
The address is here, and I'd appreciate it if you'd send your reply address to me. My son doesn't know I'm here, and if you turn him down, it might be better if he never knew.
You should think more positively. We just may consider your son's work good and want to publish it.
See that right there, that smug. I hate to repeat myself, but that the smug fucking smile. This would make me just want to freaking jump across the fucking desk
and hit him.
Well, I've tried not to apply violence here. You can speak to the NSA agent on that one there, Mikey.
I'd smack him. I'd have no hesitation at all.
I would appreciate it if you'd send the reply address to me.
Certainly. I look forward to reading your son's novel.
Sure.
Hey, Sir Lemon.
What stories?
How you doing, Lemon?
Yeah, you can tell something's up when he keeps like making some slight mistakes in that. And hey, Scurvy, how's it going? You're missing some grade A quality. Me calling people assholes here. Okay. Oh, shoot.
And as I said, we'll be in touch. Thank you for choosing us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, this is the next scene I want to get. This next scene here is grade A. I laughed at this here. Just a sec. All right, so
All right, did my harmonica come in yet?
Now stop it, will you? I'm sick and tired of you coming in here and asking when that harmonica's going to come in. Okay. You know why?
Why?
Because it came in.
yeah, for a second I thought he was actually mad because he's coming in like twice a day asking for it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to smack him upside the head. Damn you, boy! Why you keep asking for this harmonica?
Yeah, I think Ike was just having fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dog. Thanks, Ike.
See,
brand new.
Hold it.
See, and now he can't return it because it. Well, actually, I think back in the 30s, it probably didn't matter if they had a person's slobber on it by returning it. Nowadays, they can get by with that. It would have had to be unopened because of sanitary stuff. And holy crap, is my math even right on this? Oh no, my math is not correct on this. I'm at.
Yeah, Gorilla. How much would he's charging them 94 cents then? But how much would it be today? How much would a harmonica be today?
Yeah, I was gonna say my math was quickly wrong when I thought it was. It's $20. $21.91. $21.91.
All right.
So it's $20. So basically, as a $20 harmonica and $1.91 for shipping.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's pretty good because remember later Jason's making $3.50 a night. So that's like mega bucks, right? Every night that Jason's
Back
making.
then, yeah, right. For
Hell
performing. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I wasn't spoiling that yet, but anyhow.
But I mean,
Right,
if 94 cents was $21, I can imagine what $3.50 would have been.
Yeah, and I would have told this guy him to knock it off if he didn't want to scare away the customer.
It's a catchy tune.
I wrote it myself.
You got any wing cigarettes?
All right, now the wing cigarettes, you know that was basically your knockoff cheap ass depression cigarettes.
No, were they? Okay.
There's an actual brand.
Cool.
So product placement, people. Product placement. So this guy, he knows that band there, and he gets up there and offers him he's gonna get him in contact with them, blah blah blah. The Bobby Bigelow band or something like that. And I
take all the joy out of it.
No, Ike, really.
Yeah, and he wants to Jason here wants to keep it a secret from everybody just in case it doesn't work out. And I see what I thought. I got this totally wrong. I thought he asked Ike not to say anything. He said he promised. I thought Ike was gonna go straight to the phone and tell that what's that one lady that's behind the thing or whatever her name was. And she'd spread it around to everybody else. Oh, I can't remember that name that's behind the operator thing here. Well, we're going.
Good.
All right, so they're talking and blah blah blah. He doesn't. So basically, he's getting published.
Mrs. Walton, congratulations. Your son is an exciting new talent in the regional.
Yeah, so basically, he gets the letter say they start Jason Marielle, grandma, blah blah blah. They publish it, and Jason wants to tell, but they're so excited, blah blah blah. He's so excited. He has to go write 6 more. He needs 6 more stories for him to get published. He's gonna have it dedicated to the whole family.
I still go back to the scene where John Sr. was skeptical. And that's one flaw for me is John usually would have grabbed that contract before it was signed.
No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
He hasn't got the contract yet. Okay.
come to our house yesterday?
Sorry, just a sec.
And we're trying to catch
So Lemon says, "Hey boys, hey Lemon from Oiler, Greg."
Lemon.
And Lemon says, "Oh, I came in." Oh, there we go. Hey Gorilla, Turn, Mikey, PvP Oiler. All I came in on was Mikey threatened to smack someone. Classic Mikey. Thanks for Lemon, but he says, "Just kidding."
It's those trans medications. They it throws them all out of whack there, you know.
Yeah, Cigar in the Rain sounds good to me.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all excited, blah blah blah. It's just basically a lot of yelling and screaming, and Jason wanders off. Then they're all talking. Apparently, John Boy's getting published, blah blah blah. So yeah, they published the one about the dog he read there. So yeah, blah blah blah. And Jason comes in here. They're gonna audition him. And we got this guy here.
Yeah, that's Maeve. That's Maeve Nutter. Not that guy, but the guy you saw with the hat on was Maeve Nutter. He's the singer-songwriter. That guy right there. He also helped Jason's character, John Walmsley. He helped him with the Waltons Christmas album. This guy did.
Okay.
Oh, really?
So,
Right.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and here's Jason's playing.
You bet.
Let it rip.
All right, I got to pause it here for a sec because they have copyright bots here. But Scooby says, but mess with his cats and he would go all John Wick, I'm sure. Hey, you can
yes, I
fuck with
would.
me, you can fuck with my kids, you can fuck with my wife, you can fuck with you fuck with my fucking cats. There, it's going to be World War V there, boy.
No, it's actually I prefer if they go after my wife first, then I'm gonna really beat down on them. But if you go after my wife and my cats, well, I don't think you're gonna come back alive. But that's okay.
It's World War V. Forget 3 and 4. We're going directly to fucking 5.
Yeah, we're going 5, man. Full bore. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
No girls. No. Well, my cats are messing with each other right now.
Remember sweet Betsy from Pike, who crossed the big mountain
He
with
really
her
is
lover
really
Ike.
great.
They had 2 Yorker boxers and an old yeller dog.
Yeah, I got copy because Warner Brothers is a bunch of fucking assholes.
That's not in the 30s version of the song, is it, Gorilla?
Yeah, Warner Brothers is a bunch of assholes. Copyrighting it, so I have to cut this song off.
Yeah.
When did he start actually learning guitar for the show? Because was he actually playing it even before he got the role in the Waltons?
Yeah, he's pretty. He came from a musical family, so he was actually learning how to play guitar. He even knew, like, before he started. That's what Judy Norton said. He's always been talented, so
cool.
Became a record producer and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, he's multi-talented. He was doing music before he even started playing, this role. Yeah.
A Shanghai rooster and a big spotted hawk saying farewell Pike County, goodbye for a while. We'll come back again when we've handed out our file.
All right, that's enough of that song because look at they go, yeah, they're happy. Yeah, I don't want to get copyright struck on this. All right, this is the scene you were talking about there, PvP.
Yeah.
This really is the happiest day of my life, and none of it would have been possible without every one of you all.
All right, son.
Yeah. So yeah. Now
just let me see this.
Yeah.
And
Can I go get the can?
he wants to read it, but then he gets
Now, look
interfered
here.
with so much he
Says
doesn't
you have
actually
to be
get a
over
good chance to
21 or
read
a
it.
parent or guardian.
Yeah. All right. Here's one point right here.
Yeah.
Has to sign along with you.
Where?
See that right there. That shows how naive John because anybody tells you if you're gonna sign a contract, you should have a lawyer. But that's because they make the contract or so long and so complicated. You have to have a lawyer that sits there redline a bunch of shit there. And if he missed that, that since he's under 21, that he has to have a parent sign it there along with them. What else did he miss that they stuck in there?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If he needed a co-signer and had to be an adult because he's only 18, right? So there had to be a lawyer involved to run through the contract before he even gets to sign it. Before either of them do. But of course, we're talking naive people back then in the 30s. So
I'm surprised John Sr. didn't see through this though, because usually he's pretty good, and I think he just wants the family to be happy, so he lets it slide. But usually I think he would have got a lawyer or something.
Well, here's the problem. We're talking to the man who got what's his face, one of the highest signed contracts for professional baseball there, with instead of getting $25, he got $100. Drew remembers that episode, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't actually. But
hilarious.
John knows his way around the contract, but this here.
Now let's just calm down a bit. Maybe we missed some other things here.
Just a minute. It's all right with you. I'd like Mama to be the one to sign it since she started all of this.
Now, Livy, just a second. Liv.
And when does Olivia never stop? Like, this is out of character for Olivia. Usually she would stop and listen to John.
Hi, Sif Dan.
Hey, Sif Dan. I can't
Dan.
see the screen right now because I got a little 3-year-old blocking it. And she's sitting with her hands on my chin for some reason.
Oh, just lift her nice and gently and say, "Oh, by the way, I need you out of my way, my nice little girl. Come on."
Oh, you're being a lot plainer than I would be. I'm about to be.
Oh, hey, Pop. Pop's there too.
Hey, Pop, how's it going? And hey, sit down. How's it going? And yeah, Mikey, you want to read this one?
Yeah. Lemon Pie said Mikey was going to be in John Wick 3 with his 2 cats assigned Keanu Reeves, but they opted for Halle Berry instead with her dogs. Sir Lemon. Oh, man. That would have been cool, though, man. I would have loved to have been out there in the Middle East with my cats and my wife and, get all nuts on them. Yeah.
So sit there says, so do you have a hangover? Did you fully recover and sober up? Put this way, I got told about as useless as a gas station condom today.
Oh my God!
Hey, maybe that's why you got a couple of kids, girl, because you bought your condoms in the gas station.
No. We're old school. Yeah, we're old school Russian roulette here, man. Old school Russian roulette.
Okay, I get it.
Why waste the 10 cents?
Yeah, why waste the 10 cents when you can spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands raising the kid?
Hey, you're taking half the fun out of it with the roulette there.
Oh yeah, I get your message. Yeah.
Below there, Lemon. Yep. Sit down. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I think Olivia's just overly wanting him to get ahead because John Boy's been talking about how tough it's been in his classroom lately, and Olivia's like, well, if the classroom students think he's, not any good, I'm going to show them up and I'm going to get them published. And I think
but I think that John, right? But I think that John in this case, PvP should have been allowed to read through that he would have seen that part that, well, I don't want to spoil it yet, but he would have read through that part that was very vital later on.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the problem I have with the scene, because usually John would have demanded getting to the, because they kind of tore it out of his hands, before Olivia signed it. But I think John would have asked to get it back and really read it thoroughly through before they actually, sent it back
Oh,
in, right?
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was actually this scene's probably my major nitpick with the entire episode, actually.
Yeah.
But
Same. Same
you
here.
know,
Yeah. Same.
but I can understand because it's part of the story. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom boy?
You write good and clear now so they can read it.
Maybe you ought to practice it a few times.
I'm just going to sign my name.
Does it say anything there about your picture on the cover?
Mama.
I'm
That'd be
sorry.
the least of my worries at the moment.
Yeah, what is she worried about?
No, just
That's the
okay.
least of their worries, man. Seriously. And this is a major contract, man. Yeah, I agree, PvP. This was my major nitpick.
I'll
Absolutely.
be right back.
yeah. I thought the rest of the episode was pretty good, but this one kind of bugged me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the rest of the episode was pretty pedestrian. I understand how Jason was feeling because it's all about John Boy. It's not about him, and he handled it pretty well. I mean,
Well, to tell you the truth, I found that Jason playing professionally finally after working on his music all that time with with Bigelow's band. I kind of thought the B story was more fun than the A story on this one.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I actually thought the singing was better.
Yeah, well, I love the singing scenes because I mean, I'm not usually into like, I like old school country, and this kind of qualifies, I guess, as old school country. And I really liked the band. I thought they were awesome, actually.
All right. So, anyhow, they're signing it. Blah blah blah. And right here.
Bobby Bigelow soon. Do you know what happened to me today?
Yeah, he tried to tell her what happened. You just ignored him. Fine, fucking leaves.
Yeah.
So they're gonna mail it off. Blah blah blah. The kids were arguing with it. They're gonna go work on the boat. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Hey, John. John. What am I saying? Gorilla. When we get to the to the band itself, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and let you know what songs they were playing, and then the one that Jason sang to them is actually a song circa from 1858, and it's called what he said it was called. So, yeah. But when we get to that, I'll let you know.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was the scene?
Go ahead.
I don't remember much of this scene. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
me
he's saying,
either.
oh yeah, he's gonna say you need more time, and they're telling him you should tell the other kids. Blah blah blah. They'll understand. Blah blah blah. And
Yeah, he
he's already
doesn't want
thinking
to.
about a second book.
He doesn't want to tell the kids that he doesn't want to spend time with them doing the boat or whatever, because since he's a soon to be published author, he's like got to spend more time working on his writing. So that's what John Boy seems to be thinking there.
Hey, actually eat the pretzel. Don't just lick the salt and cheese off of it.
Oh, your poor daughter.
So those are like the people that just eat the ice cream, but they just throw the cone away.
Yeah.
Hey,
she
what are
can be
you
the
doing?
type that she can be the type that takes the pepperoni on pizza and just leaves the cheese.
Girl is being assaulted, I think.
Oops.
Did you get bit there, girl?
No, the headphones are stinging my ears, but she's pulling on the cord and pulling my ears down.
Oh no! Oh, she's pulling on your headphones.
Oh man, she's a little she's a little
Vixen.
handful, isn't she? Gosh.
All right, so yeah, apparently he's getting invited to this thing here, into a literary group.
Wow.
Yeah,
they all think he's hot stuff now, right?
Yeah, apparently the professor whose neighbor is a radio DJ or disc jockey or whatever the fuck you call me. There wants to do an interview with them, and
yeah,
and what they're going to use is what they call, was it electrical? it has it here in the show notes.
Yeah, it's
Electrical transcription. Electrical
right.
transcriptions were special photographs, recordings widely used during the golden age of radio. They look much like LP records, where the hell those are, but were only used by radio stations and not for sale to the public.
Right.
You don't know what an LP is?
Oh wait, is that the
long playing records? They look like long playing records. That's what an LP is.
Long play recording is what LP is basically.
So wait, that's those black things with grooves that look like you could use as frisbees.
I still have a record player in the living room that I could play by vinyl. I still have hundreds of vinyl records on the shelf over here, come to think of it, though I never play them anymore, but I still have them.
Yeah.
I just find CDs are more convenient. You just pop it in the CD player and push play, right? So.
Yeah, it also says here that the uncredited banjo player from Bobby Bigelow's band is Larry McNeely. He's an American 5-string banjo player known for his collaboration with Glenn Campbell.
Cool. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty major.
And he has a major hit called ding 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 ding.
Exactly. Yeah.
Paddle faster! I hear banjos.
I hear banjos playing.
Yeah, I bet those boys.
Once
they got out of that canyon, I bet they never wanted to hear a banjo again, eh? You know, just saying.
Yeah, and Oiler Greg says, "Blue eyes crying in the rain, well in Lukenbach, Texas, where you're never feeling no pain." Yep, I know that.
Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. The Will and Jennings in the morning. I haven't heard this song in a couple of years, so I may have forgotten a few of these lyrics.
Just a few.
Just a few.
All I remember is, let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. Something about Waylon Jennings in the bar.
Now that's Lukenbach, Texas, wailing with Willie and the boys.
Yep. Oh. So anyhow, let's get past this because I don't really want to hear her fucking voice again.
Oh yeah, no.
And they'll do it whenever it's convenient. They'll do it right there. Blah blah blah. They're working on the boat, painting it now. Hey, no. Put that back till you finish this. Put that back till you finish this. We're not gonna have 20 different half-eaten things of food around here.
Euler said it was the wrong song. Well, it's just the line from Lukenbach, Texas song there, Euler, but
yeah,
that's where I was going from.
Oh, I like this here.
Heave ho, me hearties, and wet 'em all over, and a bottle of the recipe for the launch.
Oh yeah, he got to. Oh man, Grandma was pissed about that because he got the recipe for the launch and all that. There, like the kids are going to be able to get the recipe.
Well, and it's not like they're going to use a champagne bottle to launch the boat in the first place.
Yeah, so Grandpa's all excited that they got the boat ready to launch, but Grandma says she had faith in him the whole time.
Really?
Can you put milk in here?
No, you got half a glass of milk. You're not getting any more until that's empty. All right.
Esther, for your faith in this project, I will carve a figurehead and use you as a model.
Oh, stop that. You've got a nasty mind.
Oh, yeah.
I love that scene.
Oh, yeah, this was classic. You know right where Grandma's mind went, but look where Grandpa claims his mind was.
My intention was to carve you with your dress and your apron on.
No, it
Up to
wasn't.
your own mind.
Yeah, look
Sure it was, the old pervert.
I love that scene.
Old Grandpa.
This is possibly one of the best scenes in the episode for me, come to think of it, because Grandpa was actually thinking of carving her totally nude for the figurehead.
Oh, of course
But
he was.
But he had to twist it around to piss her off. He's like, "Oh no, you're even going to have your apron on, like, you know." And that's when she's like, "Oh, screw you.
Yeah, right.
I don't think she believed him, but it was hilarious. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Because Grandpa was definitely messing with her mind there. Actually, when
Yeah,
she
you're
walks
right.
away, he even has a laugh afterwards, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're right there, Oiler Greg.
Hey, Daddy, what time is it?
And
Me
then
and
he
the
laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really miss Will
Earlier-
Gear when he passes away in a few seasons
Hey,
from
John
now.
Boy.
Like, he was so good.
John Boybus.
What for?
There's still painting on the boat to be done. You're the captain, you know.
Sorry.
Sorry about.
Oh, I wanted to tell you something about this that I learned from Judy Norton. Okay, so they are staring at him from the window, but that is an exterior of the house. So what he has to do is he goes inside, he climbs a ladder because there's no house inside. He climbs the ladder, goes all the way to the top there. That's what some of the kids did before. And it looks like they're in their bedroom, when in fact they're only on an exterior of the house. So he's not actually indoors. He's standing on a ledge area where he had to climb upstairs. Richard Thomas had to climb upstairs to get to that point.
That
And
sounds
if you
dangerous.
look off, yeah, and if you looked off to the right hand side, when they expanded the screen, there is a boom mic way up on the right hand side of the screen. Now it might not be there because at the time they filmed this episode, you know, TV sets, of course, were small back then, so you could easily hide things in the background. But what Judy Norton said was when people got bigger TVs and you could see up in the far right side there in the air, the boom mic is right there. And they just left it in there on purpose.
Wow.
Because, yeah, so
Yeah, it
weird.
was off screen at the time.
It's all screen right now because, you know, it's small screen, but if you went wider, you'd see it be up in the air.
What?
I'm busy.
John Boy, you've been saying that all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to think that the house was just like a fake house because it seems so real, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's on the backstage lot there where they had the Warner Brothers lot. So.
Yeah, I just keep thinking it was an actual old house that they used, but I guess it's
Yeah.
just TV, right?
Right.
Which is good because when a show as good as the Waltons can pull off reality as well as it often does, I'm very impressed. Well, it's like the guy with the fiddle there that introduced John Boy to the band, right? When he walked into Ike's place and got those cigarettes that were actually a real cheapo brand back in the 30s, I was like,
Right, Wings. Yeah,
well,
Wings
yeah,
cigarette.
Real cheapo brand now.
But think
Yeah.
of the research that the production team did back in the 70s on this, right? I mean, they had to go and research this crap, right? And actually know that, you know, they didn't want to use a fake name for the cigarette brand. They actually wanted to use an authentic 30s name. And I mean, I find that
well, now-
extremely impressive because a lot of shows don't bother to that amount of detail, right? Which is
It
why I
would've
love
been
the
a
Waltons
lot
because
because
it recreates
a lot
the
of these
30s
guys
so well.
were young at that time, and they remember their parents smoking wings.
Well, I wasn't
they're
alive at
probably
that time,
smoking
but-
wings too.
Yeah, and if you see there in the picture, there on the far right there, the banjo player, that's McNeely. That's the guy,
Yeah.
Larry McNeely, who played with Glenn Campbell
That's
on a lot of
awesome.
his albums.
Glenn
He's
Campbell was a-
uncredited in this episode, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I never listened to much Glenn Campbell. It wasn't my thing, but he was a hell of a talented musician. I got to give him credit. Like, he was amazing.
oh yeah. Well, Larry was a great banjo player, but now the person that plays banjo is Glenn Campbell's daughter, and she's she's on a couple videos with Rascal Flatts and plays her banjo. So
Wow.
yeah. So it went from father to daughter.
Well, that's
basically.
cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, very cool.
And if you're reading those Gorilla, you're not coming through.
Yeah.
You still there, Gorilla?
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, we can hear
yeah,
you now.
can hear you
Yeah, there
now.
we go.
Oh man, I've been yelling this whole time because now I even forgot what I was going to tell you people. Oh yeah, the wigs there. I'm pretty sure that was just product placement. They got paid to use that as a product placement because kind of like Coors was in Roseanne.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It just happens
And
the product is old enough to fit into the timeline because Wings started being produced in 1929.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also if they didn't get a check from Wing because I think you can also get in trouble if you use actual products and not actually seek permission from the company, or you get paid to have that stuff in the thing.
Well,
I
it
think
says
there's some
here,
kind of law in it.
right, according to this, it says they were a 10-cent economy brand of cigarettes popular during the Great Depression. So,
all right, so
they cost a fair bit more now.
Oh yeah,
let's
rare
see.
ones too. Yeah.
Fuck you. Their packs are $2.33 today. Fuck you.
Wow. Okay.
These goddamn fucking taxes on shit.
Oh man, you don't know how much cigarettes cost up here.
Mine, they're the cheapest cheapo brand.
$2.30 sounds like a bargain. I gotta say.
That would be a miracle.
I'm like at four. Like I buy by the carton. It's $49 a carton.
So what did Oil and Greg say there? Yes, what did Oil and Greg say there, Gorilla?
Then he says, I found that music for my dad before he passed away and burned a stack of CDs for him. He hadn't heard his music in 50 years. Whew.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, no.
Yeah. And most people rolled their own cigarettes in the Depression, according to the people I talked to. Yeah, I bet
would have been cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good imitation, Gorilla. They replaced him quickly. Wait, good imitation.
I don't know what he said about that though. Imitation, not sure. What does that mean, Oiler?
Yeah, the good old square dancing.
Yeah. Yay.
So yeah, they're playing, and he's making $350 a night with them, which is
good money. That's how much? That's like a lot of money.
It's like
81 bucks. 81.
Yeah, 50 to 80. 81 bucks. That's damn
81.
good.
Yeah.
Well, it's $81.58.
It's probably making more money a day than than Pa might be working in the sawmill all day.
Yeah. Now, I'll go ahead and mention quickly the songs they were playing during the time. The one that John Walmsley auditioned with was Sweet Betsy from Pike, which is attributed to a guy named John A. Stone circa 1858. And John himself actually sang that song in the episode. So it's no other person singing it, it's John. The Bobby's band is playing I Wish I Was Single Again and Skip to My Lou, My Darling. You know that song. Those are both American folk songs. And then by Bobby's band, there's one uncredited called Little Brown Jug, which was written by Joseph Winner. So they play like 3 songs in the episode. Just want to let you guys know that. So
yeah. So anyhow, singing about
Oiler. Who would replace Gorilla?
Yeah, we didn't replace Gorilla.
Are you saying pod people got to him?
Maybe.
That's what I'm guessing. It's
clones. No, the zombies didn't get to him.
Clones.
No, there's one little monster that got to me. Who's staring at my phone right now.
That makes more sense.
Great. Yeah, even he's saying pod people. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Oiler, Greg?
No, this is just a money snatcher that got him.
Yeah. Great movie, by the way.
Anyhow, in here.
There they go. They're singing Little Brown Jug.
Yeah. Now here's box came in.
Uh-oh.
Look, Mama,
All right.
it's my books.
It's blue.
I will
My
say that is
book.
a nice shade of blue.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if he's got to pay $50 and there's 50 books and that's $1 a book, he could probably maybe talk Ike into putting like 20 or 30 in the store and selling them for like maybe $1.50 and you know, giving Ike
Well,
the 50 cents kickback and like
well,
kind of break even kind of deal.
well. Let's look at this. $50 is $1,165.42 nowadays. Now, if he sells it for $1, that's $23.31 it costs him to publish it. So you want to sell for $1.50. Very few people will pay $35 for a book there, unless they actually either their family or they're very well known books like Harry Potter or something. And even then, people
That's-
will pay that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
$30
you
to
could-
$35.
maybe you
That's
could-
about the cost of a hardcover nowadays.
Maybe he
Yeah.
could con the Baldwin sisters into buying a couple, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, but this way they bent him over. They didn't bother using lube there, but they might have just gone nice and slow with him.
Yeah, I
Well, they
figured
forgot to
John Boy should be walking a lot stranger for the next few episodes after this one.
Yeah.
He says yes, exactly, and he goes. And Golden Greg says, "I bought books for very cheap with no cover or damage. They were poor, but I loved the read." Well, see, I got a bookshop over there in Sioux Falls that I like to go to. That's real cheap.
Sioux Falls, yeah. Yeah, we used to have one down in Phoenix, an old bookstore. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have a cool secondhand store when I was a teenager in the 70s in my hometown, and great, cool lady, and she had walls full of paperbacks, and then she had a whole shelf full of comic books and vinyl records. And I actually bought some of my coolest records back then because I would get comic books like they were used, and I could generally, if I looked through them, I could get some ones that were in pretty decent shape for like 10 cents, right, or whatever it was. And
Yeah.
I had a lot to my collection, and the vinyl records are great because they'd be anywhere from like $1 to $2, and often I'd pick them out and I'd take a look at the condition, and some of them were like almost brand new when I'd pay like $2 for them, right? So
Well,
I
some
got
of
some
those,
great records. Actually, that
well,
was the
some of those
first
45. Yeah.
my first punk rock record was at Centerville Exchange. I think it was called Music and Book Exchange. I think was the full name. And I paid like $1.50 for a compilation album of British punk rock bands, like 16 different tracks by different bands for $1.50. And I went on and put it on. I was like, you know, it was a mixed bag. Some stuff was great, and some stuff was mediocre. But that was the first time I heard my band The Damned, because they had the song New Rose on there, which was their very first single they ever released. And I was like totally sold back in 1976. I was like, wow, these guys are really good. And now I'm going to see them in concert next month. Like, talk about a weird time loop, right? Going around in a circle.
Oh, for sure.
Alrighty, so we got this here.
So
He is so happy with you.
Yeah, both shoes are still on both feet at this point.
Yeah, now that's one of those. That wouldn't. I don't know if that catch my eye or not.
Well, I guess yellow
What
and blue
stories?
kind of work together.
Yeah, but there's no like art. I guess I'm used to artsy film like covers.
Right.
That
A
wouldn't have been
collection by
back then.
John.
That cost way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably not
Waltons
spending
and-
much to produce each book if they're going to rip off the customer, right?
Yeah.
This is for you, Ike.
I'd be proud to accept it. Would you write your name in?
This is the plot hole that they mention about this as an aspiring writer who regularly submits short stories to national magazines. John Boy would have been well aware of vanity publishing houses and know that legitimate publishers don't place ads in newspapers inviting writers to submit manuscripts. He would have known that.
You
But it
think
seems
you
like he
would have?
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is a plot hole. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
was thinking Vanity Press right from the start, right? So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree, Oily Greg. Yeah. Same here. Big books. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's what he wrote.
That's right, nice, John Boy. To my friend Ike Godsey, one of the people who made it possible for me to write these stories. Sincerely, John Walton Jr.
Yeah, so he's completely dropped off that John Boy now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's whole blah blah blah. Now notice they
At night, across Virginia, across the.
that's not what it's. Oh.
Wait a minute, this can't. Here's a letter.
Oh, notice that they put the letter at the bottom of the box.
Of course they do.
Not at the top.
Of course they do.
Yep.
They don't want the sucker to find out he's been taken.
Yeah, that's the $50, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bill, this is a bill for $50. This is $50, cost of the entire first printing. Please remit. You may order more if you wish.
I mean, they print them up, they send them to you, and they charge you for it?
Yep.
It's a racket.
It's not a
It's
racket.
a racket. That's what it is.
No,
It's
it's
called
not.
business.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But you would have known that.
You're just taking the responsibility of getting your stuff out there and selling it.
That's
Well,
They
perfectly
just made it
legal.
for you.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's an ironclad contract.
Right
This
here.
is what the guy said.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Slick contract, very slick.
Is it legal?
Couldn't be more so. I hate to disappoint you people, but this document is ironclad. And Olivia's signature as parent here settles that.
Yeah. Oh, did you just notice that with Olivia? She's like,
yeah.
Fuck, I should have listened to
Oh, I
John.
noticed it when I watched it last night.
Yeah, she's like, I should have listened to John. I'm a dumbass. I should have listened to my husband.
Yeah, she's like, I screwed up.
Yeah, they made a mistake too. In this
anybody read
episode, John addressed the lawyer, Mr. Guffey, as Sam, but previously in the deed, he was called Will. So they made a mistake with his name in this too.
Damn it,
So-
Mikey! I was gonna use that for trivia for you guys. Asking what's wrong with this scene. Damn it!
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I just want to let you know.
Now here, right here, this is what got me right here.
Okay.
This.
Did anybody read it?
Well, I wish you would have brought this into me before you signed it. I could have told you there was a catch.
You mean they can just get away with that racket?
What's no racket, John?
Yeah. So they all think it's a racket. This guy knows exactly what they did. He understands that he would have probably done it too.
You see, the name for this kind of publishing venture is called a vanity press, and a good name it is too. You see, these printing houses, they appeal to the vanity of anyone who is hankering to be published and is willing to pay for it.
Well, we didn't know we.
Yeah. And that's where he took advantage of Olivia there.
Yep. Van Douchebag.
Never that kind of a deal. We thought it was a legitimate publishing offer.
Did you get 50 books, bound and all? Properly bound?
Yes.
So they lived up to the contract. You can't very well call that a racket.
Guffey's right. There's nothing we can do about it except figure out how to pay.
Oh, no, Daddy, I'll take care of that. I don't want the family paying for my vanity.
Well, it was my fault.
Mama, once that letter came, I would have done anything to get those books.
There and now he's this is where John Boy got fucking slapped right in the face. Tigway would actually love this episode because John Boy pretty much just gets smacked right in the face here. He gets the wake up call he needs.
Yeah.
And I guess that's
Luckily
just what
for him,
those
it only
people
cost
count
him
on.
$50.
Hey, he's lucky it only cost him that
No, well,
much.
that's still 11,500, or that's still $1,100.
Yeah.
Yeah, but around here, usually it comes with everything you own and your ass getting kicked. He is fully intact. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have any broken bones to take care of, no black eye.
Oh.
He just lost more money than he's earned in a year, so consider himself lucky.
Yeah. Hey, Gorilla, how much would the books have cost in today's dollars? Like they're saying they're
He said about $1,100.
about $1,100. Okay.
For all 50. Buck a piece or 23.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe you get Ike to like offer him in his store as a free gift if some customer spent more than $100.
Yeah.
You know how much money $100 it is?
I would imagine it would have been a shitload back then, but there
The
was
only
a
people
couple,
paying that
couple of
much
people
is
in
the
Waltons Mountain.
sisters.
Baldwin
Right.
sisters, yeah. They could have saved John Boy's ass.
Yeah.
No, just have Ike out there. Just put like 5 out on a trial basis for like $1.25 or $1.50, something like that. And if it sells, Ike gets 25 cents. John Boy gets 25 cents, and $1 goes to pay for the cost of the book.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I'd
If
say
they
that.
sell-
I would done $1.10. That's so that'd be like $25 for a book. You know, people would pay that because they know John Boy. You know, but easier. I would have done $1.10. And Nike would have done that. $1 goes to the publishing company, 5 cents to John Boy, or even 10 cents to. Yeah, Ike might even just do it to get the whole full 10 cents because John Boy just wants people to read him.
Well, do you think that Ike at his store would have bought maybe, let's say, for example, 10 of those books and then put them on display and then resell them for a little bit higher price to make a profit?
Well, he's making like a dime profit off of them. If he just
Sure. But if he
He'll-
charged, let's say, 25 cents for him, he'd be making 15 cents profit since, you know,
yeah,
on each
he'll
one.
be able, he'll get a number that's a little bit over $1, and he likes John Boy. Fine, he'll let him cover the cost of the book, and they'll split whatever profit there is.
Well,
So
John Boy did give him
John
that
will be a professional writer.
John
Yeah,
Boy
there we
did
go.
give him Ike a free hand signed copy, so you know.
He did. Well,
Actually, John Boy could sign every copy, you know, for the customer. I could just like, you know, say, hey, John Boy, you got to come down once a week and sign the books if they've sold.
yeah.
You know, give your little personal thank you to the customer's name, and you know, they could be in
Well-
business, right?
Yeah, there you go. He could easily have that done.
Yeah.
Sure he could. Yeah.
No extra charge. The author signs the book with a personal message for you, just you. Because you're special.
Well, it is Waltons Mountain, and he knows everybody around there, so they probably do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm sure people would, you know, just help John Boy out because John Boy is well liked amongst the community. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the county library, the schoolhouse would definitely.
Yeah,
Try
he
to
could
get
give a
money to
couple
buy one.
copies to the library, a couple copies
Sure he
to the
could.
schoolhouse. Hey, get this: the schoolhouse. You got what, like maybe 20 kids in the school room. You could like give out 20 copies just so the teacher could, you know, introduce the students to John Boy's poetry or short stories. I mean,
The short stories, writings, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Pickles. Hey, Pickles.
Hey, LDG.
Yeah, did you?
Give Gorilla a second to come back.
Alrighty. Let's see.
He may be
Oh,
dealing
yeah.
with a little demon at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and run through the goofs real quick. So we both noticed that when the Joe's Barbershop sign at the 11-minute 55-second mark, but the window says billiards, so that was a revealing mistake. And it said the newspaper ad for Grogan's Big Fall fashion show, we all said has no date, time, or location listed. So that's that. Jason, also in a plot hole, says he tells Ike that he isn't going to tell his family about trying out for Bobby Bigelow, yet when he gets home, he tries to tell them right away. So that's the
Yeah.
other.
All right.
It's because
so,
John Boy pops up with big news and he wants in on that action.
Exactly.
Hey, LDG. Hey, Pickles, how's it going? I got some special indie music for you. So,
Busy thinking about your name on the spine of a book that you don't read the fine print. Daddy was trying to tell us that.
I guess we all went overboard when we got that letter.
no, John was only a level-headed one that said, "Come on, let's read it," and they all just pretty much flipped him the fucking bird. So no, John's just being too generous here with this. He should have gone with "I told you so." Now maybe listen to me next time.
Yeah, right. Maybe they'll
But
listen to Dad.
If he did that every time, though, he'd spend all his time just saying, I told you so.
Yeah, right.
Because he's always right, and the family's always running off half-cocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Gorilla, yeah, the only
kept right
quote
on
that
going,
came from
didn't I?
this episode was what you read in the prologue, so we're covered there.
Well, thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. I guess I better take this home with me. It'll do good to look at it from time to time.
Now,
John Boy
did
should
we learn the lesson?
frame that and put it on his wall to remind himself of not being an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, not being so fast to sign a contract that he didn't thoroughly read. Because,
Yeah.
like, he wrote short stories, he knows better than anyone that he needs to read the fine print, and apparently he didn't. So
I don't think most authors sign a contract directly with any reputable publishing house. Generally, I think writers, they're like actors. They got to have an agent that submits, to the hopeful
Well,
work they might get. Right.
you don't need an agent, but it's suggested that you do.
I think it helps. It gives you legitimacy. I think. 'Cause
Well,
let's
no,
face it, can you imagine
no.
how many thousands of crappy manuscripts the average publishing house
Yeah.
must get in the mail every
Right.
year from
Well,
people that
nowadays,
are unknown?
well, yeah, nowadays, like the well-known authors like Stephen King, J.K. Rowling, they all have these specific lawyers that read through the fine print of any publishing house that they're going to publish their books with. I mean, they have a set of lawyers. There's like lots. There's not just one.
Yeah.
They have lots.
No,
So
but
yeah,
but PvP. The reason you have an agent is so that they can go through all the legalese. They can do all your negotiating and bargains, and they can actually politely and properly tell the people that they can fuck off, but still hopefully get a phone call back from them.
Yeah, that's exactly my point, though. I think most brand new writers would be smart enough not to just mail a manuscript directly to multiple publishers, because they'd probably just get it sent back without even being read with a rejection letter, right? So
yeah.
No,
Well, even
no,
screenwriters.
they look for suckers like that. They read them. They look for suckers like that to try to find the sucker to take advantage of.
No, they're just saying
Exactly.
reputable publishers probably won't even read your manuscript if you're unknown, because I think they don't have time, for that kind of thing. They're just going to look at the manuscripts from, if you're a decent enough writer to get an agent, and the agent submits your story to the publisher, then I think the publisher is going to give it a chance at that point, right?
Yeah.
So anyhow, they're talking about the van. They said how they got suckered, and John's boy staying up in his room. Blah blah blah. They're just leave him a note. He needs us, and here we got this.
Again tonight?
Well, now what are you doing on the side? Some sort of new romantic business like bootlegging? Zeb, hush.
Oh come on, where's the elbow? She's in a perfect striking distance. She is in perfect position. Where is the elbow? I call foul on Grandma. No elbow to the gut.
Yeah,
Foul.
good man, Alvin.
Right now.
Yeah.
It's a foul.
Oh my God, Euler Greg's still calling you a pod person there, Gorilla.
Yeah. No, let's not get caught up in the chat. Here. I bought books for very cheap but no cover damage. They're poor, but I love to read. 50 of
Yeah.
the 20 cents each in the 70s. Nice.
In the 1970s.
Mom took me
Yeah.
to the bookstore with $5 for a couple of books. I came out with a box full of damaged books. There you go. That's the way they do it. And I
Yeah.
bought big books, but not little thin ones like that. The pickle says, hey guys, we already said hello to him. And
Yep.
this girl is way too articulate. Figure point pod person.
Pod
Oh come
person.
on. Oh come on. It's not like last night when I had to have been slurring my words at the end of that stream. I had to have been slurring.
So is
Oh
Euler
my
saying,
gosh.
is Euler saying you're too erudite in your literary comments to not
Erudite,
be
yes.
the real gorilla?
Yeah.
Because the real gorilla
maybe,
wouldn't be as fancy word wise.
Well,
maybe
remember
it's
his
because
hard
I
theory?
not slurring my words like I was last night.
Now, I think what Euler's thinking about is obviously he said we were right when we said, well, when I said invasion of the body snatchers, and I'm thinking Leonard Nimoy.
I still prefer the original film, but that's me.
All right,
I
let's
know,
not,
but-
let's not get into sidetracked here because we're almost done.
Okay.
I want to get out to see the
We're almost
Northern
done.
Lights.
Okay. Yeah.
No, just someplace I have to go.
It's the third time you asked for it this week, son. I got to ask you where you want to go.
Have a job.
Job?
But they're all shocked that he got a damn job. Like,
yeah. Oh my
Well,
God,
it's
Jason
terrific.
got a job.
I'm playing guitar and harmonic and singing with Bobby Bigelow and the Haystack Gang.
You're what?
How long has this been going on?
Well, I met this man at Ike's. It was the day Mama got the letter about John Boy being published. And, well, there was all that excitement about John Boy, so...
so it's like fuck me. You're not gonna listen to me now. So, but anyhow, that's pretty much how it went.
About this man you met.
Well, he had me come and try out for Bobby Bigelow, and he liked me. So I work for him whenever they play around here. I get $3.50 a night.
Yeah, I already did math on that. That's like $80 a day.
That is damn good money.
That's damn good money, yeah.
Yeah,
for a kid like that.
Hell, he's probably
Playing
making more
dive
money than
bars.
just about anybody else in the family at
yeah.
this point.
Now let's
And
see that
being that
$9.
talented,
He's basically got $209.78 saved up.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Got
see,
almost
he
$9
could have helped
saved
John
up.
Boy out pay those books off pretty soon.
Yeah, but
from now.
John doesn't want the family to pay for his stupidity.
Oh yeah, well we find out about that later, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why'd you keep it such a secret, son?
Well, I tried to tell you a couple of times, but, well, everything was happening so fast with John Boy. Didn't want to steal his thunder.
Jason.
It's okay.
And Louis like, I'm a mother. I'm too much to do there. Successful at something I only have time to pay attention to one of my fucking kids. I'm a bad mother.
Well, I'll tell you, Olivia's look right here is priceless because she realizes she has two talented boys in the family, and she rejected one, and basically was hoping the other one was going to be very popular.
Well, no,
yeah.
they got all caught up in John Boy's excitement. They started ignoring the other kids. Is what happened.
Right. So,
yeah,
She's basically realizing though she screwed up with both kids. Because one kid she was overly enthusiastic and she screwed up, and the other one she totally forgot about and she screwed that up too. So she's like, "I'm a bad mama. I'm a bad mama."
yeah, like I said, her face is priceless.
Yeah, she's
That's
dragging
what
herself
sold it for
over
me
the.
on this episode.
She's dragging
Realizing that
herself over-
Olivia's human and she messed up as mom.
She's dragging
Yep.
herself over the emotional coals at this moment, I'm guessing.
I can tell you. Yep. That's legitimate.
Daddy, can I use the truck?
That's it.
Got to be in Scottsville by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so that's me. Wait, now this is right here.
We can go with you.
Why don't we all go along?
Would you like to?
Yeah, there's John.
Just
Here, having a brainstorm. Yeah, let's all go have some fun.
Just covered with
We need some fun after this crappy week.
Yeah, so they're all excited. John.
Family is going
Did you
into
notice
Scottsville.
John
Remember
Boy
where
still
I'm
looking
working.
at the contractor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He's like, maybe if I reread it the 12th time, it'll make more
More?
sense.
Family is going into Scottsville. Remember where I'm working.
Where you're working?
Mm-hmm. I'm singing and playing with Bobby Bigelow. Would you like to come along?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, John Boy's like, wait, what? What?
What? Hey, dude, what?
John Boy's like, my little brother is getting professional success and I fucked up. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Other Greg says, life is a series of mistakes and triumphs. The trick to minimize the mistakes is stay positive.
That's very true. Unfortunately,
That's a very good
failed,
point over there. Yeah.
I failed to minimize mistakes and made far too many, but I'm still positive. So
Keep positive.
stay positive.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
A couple of weeks ago.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I tried to.
Yeah, I was just too busy thinking of myself as the next Pulitzer Prize winner, wasn't I?
Was the Pulitzer Prize around in the 30s?
I think it's still going, actually, Grow.
Well, I know it's still going because they're giving awards. They're giving awards for schlock. So
I'm sure it probably was going back then.
now,
It's
if you guess
probably
what
one
my
of the
favorite
most
word, oh, sorry.
Probably the most famous prize for writers in the world, I would guess,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah. Hey, have you guessed what my favorite word this week is? Hey, can you
Okay.
say that over there? Say that over there so I don't get a copyright claim.
Yeah. Okay. So the first Pulitzer Prize was awarded June 4th, 1917. They are now announced in May every year. So
Okay,
since
but
1917.
Oh, they've been going over 100 years then. Wow.
Yeah. 107 to be exact. Yeah. Wow.
Boy. That's good. Anything that can go that long, I guess. Even
Yeah.
though it's like, I don't know, the Academy Awards has been going a long time, and I haven't watched those in 20 years because they've turned it to crap, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the first Academy Award was awarded in, for the first one was 1927. That was Wings.
Wings.
So yeah, that's been 97 years. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting close to the 100th anniversary. Gosh, it's too bad they tend to award garbage films lately, though, it seems.
Crappy movies. Remember.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Well, it's all political
That's what you get
now.
when they're all the nominations are sold. They're not
It's
actually
not
nominated.
about quality. Yeah, it's not about
Yeah,
quality.
right.
It's about politics. The last Academy Awards I remember watching, though, was actually fun. Yeah, any of you guys remember the one they had Jack Palance as one of the hosts, and he ended up doing one-armed push-ups on stage for a while?
Was that him or was that Clint Eastwood?
No, it was Jack Palance. I
Oh, it's Jack
totally
Palance.
remember that.
Okay.
He
Oh
was
yeah,
hilarious.
I
He
remember
was
that.
hilarious that night too. And then he starts doing push-ups, and like he was not a young man at that point, right? And it's
Oh,
like,
no.
whoa, this is very impressive. And that's the last one I watched because after that I just lost interest. But that was fun that night. Jack was pretty entertaining.
All right. So yeah, we get this here scene. This is pretty much summed up. They're gonna go downstairs, blah blah. They're all heading out there, and they're all dancing. They're dancing in the do-si-do.
Are you sure Grandma and Grandpa are allowed to dance like that? We're all gonna get that old sometime, But
yeah, this is one of the songs I actually recognized.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So yeah, some girl comes up and grabs John Boy. Yeah, so some random girl.
Harmonica.
So they're sitting there dancing away.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's dark out, and Olivia's going outside. Oh, and that wrecked my joke because they go outside.
Yeah.
Now Olivia's looking for John Boy. She finds him in the backseat with that girl. No, just kidding. She finds finds Jason. She apologizes for it. Blah blah blah. She's overlooked at him. Blah blah blah.
Ignoring that beer
Like,
in his
yeah,
hand.
be quiet. Oh, is she? Wait. I must have missed something.
Can't be everywhere at once.
Jason.
Wait, you
Jason.
tell me there was a
I
beer in
love
this? Are you
you.
sure it was beer, not a soda?
When
Are you
she
sure it wasn't a
when
soda?
she walked up, it's a beer bottle.
Yeah.
They'll say it for script purposes. That's a soda bottle, but in reality, it's a beer bottle.
It is? Yeah, that's right.
Well, we'll see here.
Dun,
I
dun, 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 dun.
don't know. I can't tell. It could be soda or it could be a beer.
Oh, it's not a beer. Come on, Jason's not old enough to drink beer.
Back then they didn't have the laws.
Well, that's true, but I have to think that's a soda, like an early soda bottle.
Yeah, I think Jason's too pure, Walton, to drink beer at his age.
No. He's had moonshine before. He's had moonshine.
What moonshine?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not drinking moonshine. No.
Yeah, he's working that night, so he's
In the
not going to
episode that John Boy got shot. Yeah, in the episode John Boy
how
got
you doing?
shot, he had moonshine.
Hey, Suzanne Eckstein, how are you doing?
Hey, Suzanne.
Yeah, hey Suzanne, how's it going?
And how much did they help you out, Suzanne? How much did they help you out tonight
hi,
with
Suzanne.
Tony's thing?
Okay.
Just curious.
Greg says, "Speak up, boy." The older awards and prizes are awarded by political reasons, not talent, unfortunately. Yeah, and simple pleasures of a primitive time period. Hello, Jensen. She says, "I'm okay."
Okay, good, Suzanne. Good. Yeah, she's had some
Yeah.
issues with her piping and stuff, so we were trying to help her out. I'm glad you're all right,
Anyhow,
Suzanne.
they do the interview here. All right, so they do the interview here, and this is gonna be the last thing I play. Yeah, okay.
Moving reporter, and our local luminary for this evening is a
Okay,
young man
now
who's destined
that's
for fame as a writer.
Tim Collins is Gerald McRaney. You recognize him. He was in Simon and Simon
Wow.
TV series.
I mean, sure
Yeah,
looks
that's an
different
early
there.
Gerald McRaney. Yep.
Okay.
On his left.
Yeah.
Recognize.
Is it just me, or does John Boy look like he's about ready to piss his pants?
He looks like he's ready
Yeah.
to take a dump.
Under the circumstances, when he's basically going to have to admit he's a fraud, and he's not actually going to get really published by any reputable publishing house, he's probably pretty much closing to crapping himself. Yeah.
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 His name is John Walton Jr. He's a freshman at Boatwright University, and he's already begun his career as a professional writer. His first book, a collection of short stories, is on its way to being published.
Incorrect.
Well, actually, he is published, and he can sell the books. I don't know if he can be considered a professional, but he can easily sell the books and reorder them. He just feels but he's one of those that feels like literature should be free.
I think you've got to sell your work through a second party to be considered professional.
Yeah. He just hasn't got to that step yet.
That isn't really true. I mean, it's partly true, but well, there's a lot more.
Well, he just doesn't know where to put his words into it, but I like how they do this at the end here. He's like starting to come for words, but once he finds them, oh my, it's quite a story.
To it,
yeah.
And everybody doesn't know the whole story about it.
What are they doing to that thing there?
They're cleaning it so that there's no rough, so it won't scratch. They're using a fine brush to clean it, so it sounds clear.
The thing is, it is a needle cutting a groove into the blank, platter, right? So I guess they got to keep the stylus free of any accumulation, because I imagine as it's cutting the grooves along the record or whatever the hell you want to call it, there is going to be accumulation of debris.
Yeah.
accumulating, so they've got to keep brushing it clear constantly.
Right, which is why they called it electronic transcription in the beginning, because they had to make the grooves in it to record, and then while that's happening, like PvP and I said, it's to clean the debris, it's to clean any residue that comes from the grooves it's making. So yeah, they just have to clean that up. So that's what they're doing. They're just brushing that away, so you don't have anything left over on it.
Well, I've always wanted to be published. But I guess I've always dreamed about being published.
You know how monotonous that job would be, to sit there brushing that debris away?
Yeah, but he's only got to do it for like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't the.
He's probably getting good pay to do it too, so I'd do it. 3 minutes for good money,
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Oh, and the whole family's listening.
Me.
Yeah.
I really deceived myself. I just became so self-important that I really don't see how my family ever lived with me, or how my classmates could even put up with me.
Oh, no. He is the most tolerable out of the entire fucking class. I would gladly ship that entire class, even those women, out to the front lines. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt. My professor said once that it's an arrogant thing to be a writer. But to think that you could create a world that's so interesting that people will pay money to buy your books or read your short stories.
Well, people do that. That is the natural course of things. People will pay for the rich story and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And Greg here says, surprisingly, John Boy was writing a Game of Thrones type book, unfortunately, ahead of his time. and Charlie Suzanne says, I don't know yet, Mikey.
Okay,
Right.
Suzanne. Well, keep us informed of how your progress is going. We appreciate that.
So maybe I just got a little too arrogant. I just like to say that it's a fine thing to be a writer. There's a very secret and wonderful joy when you put down a few words that really say what you meant to convey in the first place.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have to pause it for Warner Bros. See my guy anything to say.
It's a very good speech.
It is a very good
Yeah.
speech, and he has a lot of integrity, doesn't he, Germ? A lot of integrity. Yeah.
Well, John
Look
Boy's
to the right.
basically an honest person, and when he makes a mistake and makes a bad mistake, he's going to admit it and going to confess to it. Especially, well, since he pretty much had to that day when he walked into the class and they were all ready to record him. It's like, what else can he do, right? So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a good speech, though.
Oh, here you go. Pod Girl is a little bit harsher. Off to the front.
Off to the front. Yeah, you got some nice ones tonight over there, Greg. I'm telling you, you're nailing it point blank. Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep on trying.
Anyway, is it just me or is that music sounded awfully loud like Home Alone's music? Like when Kevin gets to the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center.
Maybe, yeah. When I heard it first time. Yeah.
All right, everybody upstairs and do your homework. Come on, Elizabeth.
All right, so they're off to do their homework.
I'm surprised she's not smacking him upside the head saying, go do your homework.
No. This is about over, though, huh?
Yes, they are. The family's going to be mighty pleased to hear that.
All right, that's pretty much it. So, holy crap!
Okay.
I missed this part.
Oh, yeah, don't miss this part. Yeah, don't miss this part.
Yeah, this is good.
The scars of that first disappointment for a long time.
All right, I will flip the boat on him. I will just flip. I'm the asshole that will been the one to purposely flip the boat on him.
Well, I'm surprised that
Revealing,
tiny
but
little
they
boat
did
didn't
heal.
flip them all into
The
the
best
lake,
medicine,
actually.
as always.
Now, I will say that boat would not hold all 7 of them.
No, I didn't think so either. Well, one
Well, that's
does,
why you pushed him
one
off to
does
the
get pushed
side.
out, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, that thing would hold a 4 at the max, and that'd be the younger one.
Yeah, I think
Well,
they
that's
would
why.
all.
Do you
They
notice
would all
why
been
it's going
swimming.
out to the right hand side there and
understanding of my
starting to
family
tilt?
and a ridiculous.
Yeah. No, but that boat would not hold all 7 of them. It's too much weight.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we're off to our epilogue here. The
Okay.
scars of the first disappointment were a long time in healing, but they did heal. The best medicine, as always, was the sympathy and understanding of my family, and the ridiculous little rowboat that went a long way in helping me to forget. Alrighty.
Yay.
Oh shoot! I forgot to put the damn vote in the chat. So, all right. Let's start with Mikey. What's your thoughts?
Okay, well, like I said, I watched this episode, and I always, consult the Judy Norton channel so that she gives behind the scenes and points out things. I thought it was a very well done episode, considering that Danny Bonaduce's dad, Joseph, actually wrote it. Yeah, it was very good story. The rowboat, I wish they could have emphasized it a little bit more, but of course I understood why. That it was more about Jason and about John Boy and each of their accomplishments. And like I said, the thing that sold it for me and why I gave it such a good high grade was 2 reasons. One, because with Olivia's reaction, she realized, wait, I do have more than one son to be proud of. And she was very upset about that. But then, of course, I think John really didn't have to say, I told you so, because he understood, that they were anxious and they were happy for John. And I think that what also sealed the deal for me was the fact that John Boy actually went on there and gave a great speech, and his integrity was intact because he was being honest, being truthful, and he didn't beat around the bush. So for me, I'd say 4 out of 5 out of 5 stars, and I gave it a straight A. It was a very good episode.
All right, PvP.
Oh well, I don't think I'll go quite that high. I thought the main story with John Boy getting suckered into a vanity publishing house. Well, even though it was Ma that basically kind of started that progression, unfortunately. Yeah, I thought that was good. It gave John Boy some good moments, especially towards the end of the episode when he has to give that speech, kind of admitting that he kind of screwed things up. So the A plot was good, but I actually ended up thinking that the B and C plots were kind of just as entertaining. I like the B plot with the music. I actually enjoyed that probably the most of all the scenes in the episode. So I go kind of like the B plot over the A plot, and then the C plot with the boat with all the kids, refurbishing the boat. Even though it wasn't a huge part of the episode, that was kind of a bit of fun they kind of tacked on. So overall, I thought it was kind of a mediocre episode for me. Not amongst my top episodes, but still a good one. So I'll go with a solid B.
Yeah, I thought you rated higher the music one.
I like the music. Well, I could give it a B plus then. What the hell?
Yeah. Germ.
Bit better than the rest of the episodes this season. Back to featuring John Boy and the family and an actual moral story, not a contrived plot to fix something. So I went with B minus.
Okay. See, this here, it seems like they had 2 different stories. The rowboat thing was just thrown in there as filler. But it seems like they had 2 different stories with Jason getting a job with the band and John Boy getting published there. But they're both around like a 25 minutes each, so they just meshed them together. That's which it works. I liked both of the stories, it's pretty good meshing, and this episode does have its flaws. Personally, I will got rid of that whole class thing there, or at least make them less pretentious and annoying. Especially get rid of that nasally voice, nails on the chalkboard gal there. Like I said earlier, Pa Grillo will send them off to the front. Off to the front lines. No. But
Yeah.
but
Well, that actress,
I'm gonna give
that
it a
actress only was in for 2 appearances as
yeah.
Barstow. This was only her first one. So,
but no, yeah, but I'm gonna give it a B plus. I thoroughly enjoyed with it, and you gotta love a John Boy gets smacked down a peg or two episode. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I like how John Boy finally got a taste of reality that, being a professional writer, you might be a good writer, but that doesn't mean anybody's actually going to ever give you a real chance. So,
yeah,
he got humbled, which was good probably for his ego.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
John Boy learns some valuable lessons. Like
You
he
did?
learned that you got make sure to read your contracts there, and he also learned a rule of acquisition. A contract is a contract is a contract. You gotta
Right.
you gotta be careful. These slimy assholes, they're gonna get you they're gonna stick so much bullshit into these contracts that you're not. If you don't read them carefully, you're gonna get fucking sucker punched. That's the lesson
yeah.
of this episode.
Well, that's why I guess that's why I rated it a little bit higher than you gentlemen, because the Naivette, the way that they ignored the basics of the fine print, when they basically are ignoring the fine print of the contract, which obviously said, and of course Mr. McGuffey said it was, Mr. Guffey said it was ironclad. Well, because of their over excitement, they just didn't read it clear enough. So I thought because of that naivete and the way that they felt, and then of course eventually, everything turns out better in the end. I guess that's why I gave it a higher grade, because I thought it taught a lesson. There was morals there, about reading contracts, and like you said, Gorilla. So
Yeah. So all right. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna go try to see if I can see some northern lights here. So.
You got Northern Lights that far south? Wow.
Yeah. So I feel like a kid on prom night. Wrap this up.
Gosh, man, we got. I'm farther north, and I don't think they were forecasting Northern Lights here tonight. But
we got strong geomagnetic.
It's California.
Yeah, it's supposed to go as far south as Missouri because of a strong geomagnetic storm.
I might have to take a look out the window when it gets dark, but it probably won't be dark for another hour or two here because it's getting later and later and later with the light goes out.
All right, but thank you, Other Greg, for coming. Make sure to check out his channel. He does spoiler-free reviews on his channel, so make sure to check him out. Thank you, Suzette X Team, for coming. I hope your fundraiser goes well. It went well. Sorry I couldn't make it to it. I had other stuff going on today. Plus, I was hungover as fuck.
Yeah, it's here too. I just had too many important real life shit to do. So.
Yeah, and thank you, LD Pickles, also known as LDG, for coming. If you ever need IT help or need a place to hang out or to listen to some groovy Indian music there, 8 hours.
Sometimes for many hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, it's
on
8 hours.
well.
It's 8 hours of Indian music to help him sleep.
There you go.
freethenet.org/underground. Thank you, Sci-Fi Cynthia, for coming. He's been doing a lot of AI-generated artwork on his channel. Different crossovers he's come up with, so make sure to definitely check that out.
Definitely.
And thank you, Scurvy, also known as Lemon Pie, for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pop Culture Curator, for coming. Monday nights is the Lost. Mondays is Lost in Space. On Tuesdays, it's horror sci-fi at 8. Both of them are at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. On Wednesday, me and him do 2 episodes of Gilligan's Island there at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then on Saturday, he does his Rumblings from the Lab at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. So make sure to check them out. And I believe that's everybody.
Cool.
If I missed someone, I apologize. All right, Mikey, what you got going on?
Okay, well, of course, I'm doing the next Bond film with you from Russia with Love. Is that going to be at 6 o'clock your time, Gorilla?
Yeah, it should be. Depends what time I get back from the lake.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep an eye out, but usually, yeah, 6 o'clock. So it'll be about 7 o'clock my time. And we'll do a review of the movie From Russia with Love, Robert Shaw, and of course, Sean Connery. Yeah, great stuff. Then on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Central, open panel, open chat. That is our topic times. And it's for Sunday. And it'll be, we'll end it in plenty of time, Gorilla, before you do your Sunday cinema. So you guys come by and we'll talk about just about anything. But keep an ear out because one of those topics will end up in our Mikey Susie TV webcam on Mondays at 12 noon Eastern. And then on Tuesdays, I do live stream with Jay for A-Team at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then on Wednesday, the Greatest American Hero webcam series, which is at 12 noon Eastern. And then on Thursdays, the live stream I do with Jay about ISIS and Shazam. So, yeah, check that out. Sunday through Thursday, we always have things going on. So,
all right, PvP, what do you got going on?
Well, the main thing I'm concentrating on my music playlist is my favorite punk goth band, The Damned. I'm lucky enough to see them next month live, so I've started to put their albums up on my playlist. I actually was starting to work on their very first album from 1976 today. I should be able to get that posted soon, and then I'm just going to follow up with other albums because they've been going for 48 years, so they got quite a few albums to post. So I'm going to start posting some this weekend.
Alrighty, sounds good. Jerm, what do we got going on?
Tuesdays Andromeda on Sci-Fi Cinema, Thursday night Roundtable, and Saturday morning cartoons. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Winner of the poll this week, Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys by a single vote.
Oh wow!
Oh, David, I forgot
One vote. Wow!
I forgot to Chicago-fy it.
I can't
get surprisingly no votes for Beast Wars.
That sounds like a rock group. When I looked at your poll there, Jerm, the Space Monkeys. Oh man.
All right.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else, Jerm?
No, just those three.
All right. As for me, hopefully tomorrow we'll have our James Bond there. Hopefully I'm back in time. There we'll have James Bond there. And Sunday. We gotta pull the channel. Be closing it tomorrow. So far, let's see who. Let's see what's who in here. RoboCop is winning with 50% of the vote out of 24 votes.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. RoboCop. Peter Weller, man.
Yeah, that's the one I voted for. So let's hope it's.
I voted for that one too because I like Peter Weller in that.
And then on Wednesday is Justified. 2 more episodes of that. I think we'll be clearing out season 5. And then on Thursday, well, we have a special cringe talk here for PvP's birthday, Warriors.
Yeah.
And our next episode there for Waltons is The Job. And for some reason, LDG has given us a blank chat there. I'm wondering if that's supposed to say "fuck you," but
a blank slate.
But all right, with that, you guys have a good night. Remember to be a gorilla.
Take care, everyone.